This is where the journey begins. The journey to the ultimate sport in the National Elite Division for KE Sports competitions. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We are here live today where we're going to be having the Onile Eafc26 Grand Finals. I'm here with the man from Ghana, the man who is currently having a whole lot of fun. The Ghanaians currently are dominating the entire space, but I want a way to start out the new esports season, Onile tournament. How you feeling?
Yeah, certainly. I think when we just ended the Elite League of the National Soccer League, we kept hammering on the fact that if you want to begin the journey, it's now with the Onile Esports Championships. And I'm just glad that I'm seeing the turnout right behind us. Everybody's pumped for it. And I'm just excited to see who actually wins today, because there are a lot of great talent around there. And it's not just from one particular place here in Lagos. I'm hearing from 8 different local communities, which is very interesting. So I can't wait to see what they've got in store for us. And I'm sure for them, watching the likes of the best players around, they're learning a lot. And maybe we might see them implement it into their game.
Absolutely, because I was at one of the Onile tournaments that happened on the mainland. That was one of the communities that currently is represented there today. And I did see a whole lot of conversations happening around how some of these guys wanted to really get into that pro leagues first. Of course, whoever wins the grand finals is going to be going straight into the pro leagues. And from there, have an opportunity to also make it into the elite division. And the whole conversation was being shaped around that. Like, you know what? With what we have seen so far for 2 seasons, on the elite divisions at the highest, of the echelons of gaming scenes, we want to see how we can take this opportunity. We want to seize the opportunity and see how we can start some conversations on our own self, start building the journey. These are young boys. These are hungry boys. These are names you don't even know. Yeah. You haven't heard of in the esports scene, and now they have an opportunity. And I tell you guys, they are really, really hungry for this sport. 8 communities, they have 8 representatives, of course. And after winning their individual community, we have mainland represented here today. Amuwo Dolphin is also represented here today. Ojodu is represented here today. Yaba is represented here today. Etiosa, Island, and a whole lot more. 2 other communities will tell you guys as we go, and I tell you, it's a fantastic one. These guys are going to be giving us the juiciest of juices when it comes to FC today.
I mean, there's a lot of information on the players there, but just want to highlight the fact that these days we have a structure, and I mean, it's grown from what it used to be in the past. When, I mean, as an esports player, you're always waiting for the alerts to come when there's a tournament before you go and register. But these days, KD Sports Gaming, what they've made sure that, you know what, once there's a calendar year, we start building right from the onset, so we can know what the pathway is to get into the upper echelons. And just a couple of weeks ago, we saw Farouk Manzo leave the national.
It seems like yesterday.
Exactly. He didn't just get there right from the very start. He also had to go from the grind up. And from the grind up, like Mandy said, it starts from now. The Onile Eafc26 Championship. Once you win this, you head straight into the pro division. But that's not all. The Challengers Cup will be coming later on this year as well, where we can get to see the guys who will be joining the other players already qualified into the pro division. So I think it's really important that guys are able to take note of the fact that now there's a clear pathway. Once you go from one step, you move on to the another step. You get to see what really happened to the build-up. So credit to Game Evolution Esports, but I think the Onile Esports Championship is a very, very important step in all of these, in what we are trying to do, in taking esports and a professional career. Because these days, you want to play FC professionally, you want to explain to people why it makes sense, you've got to show them the clear structure. Okay, this is where I have to go, this is what I need to do, and this is what I'm trying to emulate to get to the top. To credit to Game Evo, and today I'm certain that we'll be in for a blast. I mean, I'm playing 95 overall. It's been a while since I saw 95 overall tournaments, by the way.
I mean, especially at this level, we have Vince Boys for choice with the UT, the ultimate team. That is the mode we have consistent news across the pro leagues and the elite division. But being that this is the grassroots, we are now going back to the 95 because just to allow the guys who are at the grassroots. I don't want to say have a situation whereby the guys at the grassroots don't get an opportunity because they don't have the ultimate teams. But for now, they're not familiar with the ultimate team yet. Don't forget, whoever wins this though has to get familiar. But on the flip side, one of the things that KD Sports has said is, if you win the Onile tournament, Onile Grand Finals, we're going to be giving you a team. So that's there. So just in case you're just joining, you don't know much about that. Whoever wins the Grand Finals teams championship will have a team fully funded by KE Sports, allowing him to compete at the very highest of levels with the guys who's going to be meeting in the pro leagues. Don't also forget, he did mention about it earlier on the Challengers Cup. We're going to let you guys know soon when that one is going to be ready. But that is the one that is open to every single person. And man, if you have 130 participants, we can take all of you. If you have 200 on a day, we can take all of you. So that is, we call that one the gulag. We call it the ghetto. You have to fight for it, and that one is absolutely deadly. I mean, I think that's why you look at something like the Onile tournament and you understand the wisdom that KD Sports had, which is one of the reasons why they say, let's go to community and let's give these guys a chance. Aside from the pros who are waiting in the, behind the scene, trying to see how they can attack at the Challengers Cup. But that's where we are right now. We are currently in the heart of Lagos. National Theatre is where we are currently hosting this one for. Shout out to all of our sponsors, the Lagos State Government, Bet Niger Foundation. Thank you so much for sponsoring us today. Gamer Pride, also every single one of you who have ensured that this one is a fruitful movement today. KD Sports also and Game Evolution, of course, the guys who are always ensuring that we are on point when it comes to the platforms where we broadcast from every day we come on.
Certainly, I'm sure you guys are wondering who is featuring up today. So, like Manny said, the Onile Eafc26 Championship is for the guys who are based in Lagos, across like the local community. Yeah. So, eight different players from 8 different places will be competing. And it's not just that it's going to be for Lagos. Mind you, Challengers Cup will be coming later on as well. That one is open to everybody. But for now, the main focus is on the Lagos gamers. And I believe all 4 of them are from different states. I mean, Manny, if you're playing for Lagos, which side would you have been representing?
Definitely has to be the mainland. Oh yeah, because I sort of stay in the middle between mainland and Yaba. Yeah.
I mean, so I'm sure you've got a soft spot for Ukobong, who's in Group B. He is representing mainland in this one as a SOG.
Yeah, I have a soft spot for Ukobong and Ayong. Ayong was the one I was telling you about off camera some months ago while we were shooting for the elite division. That listen, this is the guy that I think will take the esports scene by storm, and this was like 3 months ago. So like for me, I think it's like a full circle moment, being able to see him actually win from Yaba and have an opportunity and have a shot right now to sort of go all the way to the pro league.
So are we getting Octopus Money early telling us that Ayong is winning?
Listen, I hope so. I hope so.
But I mean, the last time we saw Octopus Money was in shambles. Hopefully, he has got to work on things in his back. So maybe, but keep, like Manny said, keep an eye out for Ayong, and he is in action pretty early on. I believe Ayong and Bolaji in that group A. I believe some of the fixtures have been played already. We'll give you all of the athletes on the score lines pretty soon. But yeah, 2 groups, 8 players, 4 players per group, and then of course a win carries you 3 points, a draw both of them will have to settle for a point each. But the ranking system is going to be important as the top 2 from each group will be qualifying.
Absolutely. We could confidently tell you that Ayong is using the Dortmund in that yellow and black kit, while his opponent, I believe his opponent is Bolaji. Bolaji is that French team in that blue and white kit. Bolaji won his first opponent in the first round of the event by 4 goals to 3. Bolaji is currently representing Ojobi Bega, and now Ayong is looking to see if he gets 2 out of 2. Well, that block very, very needed there.
I mean, when you're always looking at tournaments like this, where it features a lot of unknowns in that regard, and the fact that it's not ultimate team as well, there's a lot to pick up from it. The different play styles that come with it, and not your usual being heavily reliant on play styles. Because mind you, 95 overall, nobody's playing with any major play styles. It's got to be raw ability. Almost everybody is on the same level on the virtual pitch, so you've got to outsmart your opponent sometimes. And it reminds me so much of the Challengers Cup, where you've got to really take full advantage of what's happening really early on, or else the game could get away from you. But early on, I like what I've seen from Abolaji. I think his offense is well structured as he tries to build from the back.
Yep, Abolaji. He is the one, if you're just joining us, with that French national team in that white and blue kit, while Ayong is using that Dortmund kit. It's a team I've known him with for quite a long time. It's a team he trusts. Abolaji also be counting on spots from his community, to see how he can stop the match of that Yaba man, Ayong. Also, as we're currently having this game, concurrently we're having the game between Henry from Motion and Ebosele from Amuo Odofin. That one is also happening. We're going to give you guys the score updates as they turn in.
Mind you, the main prize for this one is the direct qualification into the National E-Soccer Pro League. It is a massive opportunity for them to go up and down one. There are some great players already in there, and I'm sure some of these guys have their eyes set on it. And for Bolaji, he had all of the chances, but just couldn't convert. And A Young able to get that all-important opener. Great patience from him in the box. Took him some more time to be able to settle down, but credit to him. You know, when you're playing in tournaments like this, the jitters can get to you early, but he's watered it down very early on, and his first chance, he's made good use of it.
I mean, at some point, I didn't think he had lost out on that chance, but he was very patient, just like you were saying, very patient. Held onto the ball quite well. And the most important thing, he was able to see that final pass and the composure to finish that one with the weak foot of Adeyemi there is something I have to give credit to that man, A Young. He started this one very well. He's won the first game. He has 3 points. I'm very, very sure he'll be looking forward to getting 6 out of the potential 6. While his opponent also, of course, Bolaji, if he gets a win out of this one, that will make it 6 for him out of 6. Don't forget, whoever wins the league, the group, of course, will be going directly as the top seeded to face the second seeded from Group B. That's how we currently are. We have 2 groups.
Is forward on Bolaji. I think he will be disappointed a little bit for conceding that goal, especially if you look at how dominant he was in the first 20 minutes. All the chances came his way. He had majority of the possession, but he might be under danger again as A Young bearing down on goal and will make good use of it.
No junior.
All important finish for him, and he goes 2 goals up just on the brink of half time.
Absolutely the way you want to start out this type of event. For Bolaji, it's not over. I did think that before the second goal went in, he was somewhere in and around that conversation. He's not totally out of this one. So I don't think it's a cause for worry at the moment. It is a 2-goal lead. He can definitely get one and potentially put some pressure to see if that could cause some rockers for A Young.
It's crazy just switching off the 95 Varro and then playing 5 minutes out when we've been so used to seeing them 9 minutes out. Because usually when somebody's leading by like 3 goals, we say, okay, maybe it's not over yet.
We didn't
because
four
exactly,
being let loose.
Comebacks and all of that happening. But now with A Young being out by 2, you can almost tell that the ball has been dropped down and you put it to bed with another one. The 3rd goal goes in, and he's been as clinical as ever. I've seen him seriously even miss one chance here. He's been as clinical as you can get.
That pass, that turn before that pass to Chukwemeka there was absolutely pristine. And I really congratulate him on that vision. I think that's one thing he will have to lock in for, because the journey has just started. When we're talking about, yes, he potentially has won this one and most likely has qualified out of his group, of course. But now the question would now be, how can you maintain this vision? How can you maintain this style of play? Sure, you're not dropping the quality for the next round of it, because from here straight, they're going into the semi-finals. That one is very unforgiving. You don't have an opportunity to turn back. There is no, okay, I've lost 3 points, so let me go and get another 3 points. It is win or lose. That's the type of situation that will happen in the next round of action in semi-finals. But kudos to him, 3 goals to the good. 60 minutes on the game clock right now. It does look like he has done the job for the day.
I mean, with just about 13 game minutes to go, A Young, all he's got to do is just manage the game and run down the clock a bit. I know we just said that this is just 5 minutes out, but with FC, anything can happen, and you've got to be careful of how aggressive you are at times. But nothing looking like it's going Bolaji's way. Very contrasting half in this one. As in the first 20 minutes, it looked like it was all him. Is that onside?
It is onside. It is onside, and it's 14 good. Wow. I mean, that was so tight. But Adeyemi, I mean, if you notice, something I really like, the fact that every single time he has the ball with Adeyemi, he doesn't really care about how this might be his weak foot. He goes for the finesse with Adeyemi. That shows that this man has done a whole lot of practice in this game to know the spots to take some of these shots on. Like he did say, I'm sure if you go back and check, but probably has scored 4 from 5 attempts on target, something like that. That has been how clinical that man has been since he got that first goal today.
I mean, it's pretty intriguing. You look at what the formations have turned to this time. I was so used to seeing 4-5-1 and the 4-4-1-1, and I think that is what A Young is deploying currently. currently with the 4-4-1-1, which is doing so much good for him. Just having somebody to play in those pockets, I think has been absolutely massive for him, just dominating on all fronts of the pitch. And look at him go again that time, losing out on possession of Bolaji, trying to string some meaningful passes together into space with them belly, and we'll take this time around.
Finish. Absolutely
20 minutes to go, and can he fashion something up? I know it doesn't look like there is a lot of hope around, but with this game, anything is possible.
I mean, but the fact that he is now facing an opponent who is ready to manage the game, it sort of makes it very, very interesting. There's so much action still going, of course, on the other side between the guys from the other communities. Henry is still up against his other opponents. We're going to give you guys all of the juicy details as they happen in this one.
No way, through the midfield. As Apology, I mean, you begin to beg the question, what was this composure earlier on in the first half? And he's in again with the Mbappe. And well. 4-2. When this game looked like it was getting away from Apology, credit to him. He's stuck in there, he's trying to dig in. And maybe Mount what would be a miraculous comeback if he's able to pull it off. And that was the patience I was speaking about earlier. He's more or less knowing what he's doing on the offense as he wins the ball back. Could we be in for a dramatic finale in this one? Do it through the middle. Apology will send the run up top. Great defending that time from A-Young, and here you expect that maybe the experience of him calming down a bit, but he tries to rush it again, and I'm quite surprised that A-Young is still pushing for it.
Absolutely surprised. That's something I would never do as soon as I have such an opportunity. And I say that my opponent is trying to gain some momentum. One of the strategies of winning tournaments like this is knowing when and how to kill momentum of your opponent before it becomes deadly. So you've got kudos to that man. He's done the business. Anyways, we just have about 1 in-game minutes left to play. I think that's too much for us to get anything more than potentially a consolation for that man, Bolaji.
Well, certainly. A-Young, I mean, clearly he's been the better player on the virtual pitch. He's just taking his chances when they came for Bolaji. Those first 20 minutes looking so different from what the last couple of minutes have been. And the final whistle will go. A-Young, credit to him. Stuck in there, he's dug out a win. Yeah. And that all importantly settles him in that group. He can confidently say that, you know what, he's into the next round of the competition.
Yep. He has booked himself a space in that semi-finals for the Onile Esports finals. Good job done. That's one thing. That's number one. Good job done here. His opponent, of course, did win. The guy for pushing Henry earlier on 4-3. So this is no pushover, by the way. You saw how that late charge nearly caused him some problems. However, he has to figure out how to manage the games more. Go up against an opponent that has the capacity or has a whole lot of momentum on their side. You might get be the one who is age trouble there. But the business has been done by the man from Yaba A-Young, seeing off his opponent from Ojodi Bega. His opponent as Bolaji. Doing the business, 4-2, that's how that one ended. While we're going to be waiting for another in the game between the guys from Mushin Henry and the guys from Ojodi.
I mean, this was the same competition that Baloke dominated in last year when he was able to go to the final and win it. So Baloke, unfortunately, when he got to the Pro League, I think maybe the level kind of showed up a bit, but he did start pulling the Pro League, but you could tell that once he built upon it a little bit, you could see some results kind of go his way. And I think these guys have a lot to learn from the experience that Baloke had in the Pro League. So anybody who's going to win today, I think he needs to put a massive way to be able to compete with the guys in the Pro League.
You know what? I agree with you. You're looking at this type of events. You're looking at the fact now that there's a precedence. You know, people now understand that, listen, we come here, when you leave the Onile Esports and you're moving into Pro League, it's a different ballgame. I think that's also giving the guys who are coming after a little bit of an idea of how intense it gets at that level. So I'm looking at it and I've seen people who I recognize online a little bit who are grinding beauty, and I think we might just have something interesting on our hands. Yes, we might just have something really interesting on our hands, especially going forward with some of these guys. I tell you, listen, if you're just joining us, look out for some of these names. Names like A-Young, the names like Bob. We're going to be seeing them consistently across
I mean,
your
I like what I saw from Abolaji. I think if he makes it to the next round, he might cause maybe an upset here or here there, because he looked like well-rounded. If you look at those first 90 minutes and the last couple of minutes ago, I think he put together a very, very strong run. Just unfortunately that Ayon was as clinical as ever. So I think he's still got a shot there. There's some very good talent within the space. And I'm sure the esports teams might be watching as well, because mind you, there are new emerging esports teams coming out there that will certainly be looking at these types of talent and say, you know what, we can pick up these guys and add them to our rosters.
I mean, not just these guys that we're currently looking at right now. Group B is also a madness. We have Ifena, who is representing Oshodi. Ifena, I think he has won one of the PSN's mini tournaments. So that's someone I know like that will always cause an upset, cause a problem if we're not careful around him. We also have Ukobong. I've mentioned Ukobong consistently, an Abuja man. If he gets to win this one and makes his way into the police, maybe potentially he could do a good. They come all the way from Abuja.
I mean that's some inspiration to take.
Exactly.
Before it was just Farouk, but now even more guys have been able to act on the park, so that'll be incredible.
Yeah, I mean, Ukobong is one who spends a lot of time between Abuja and Lagos, so it makes a whole lot of sense why you say, you know what, there's an opportunity in Lagos. Let me go represent my community in Lagos. We also have Temilo Lu from Surulere. He's the one representing Surulere. So all of the Surulere boys in the house, you guys should definitely be looking out for this one. SA is representing Etiosa. Etiosa is part of the island community. Etiosa and VI, SA is representing you guys. So we're going to be seeing that group coming later on today. We're going to be looking how to get 2 out of that group, plus 2 from Group A. Let's go all the way and make some madness happen. And the only grand final. So you guys are having a good time. This is crazy going on in the house. The boys are having a good time. I mean, I saw Sly at some point, pay some OD to these guys with the way they are balling out already.
Well, certainly some of them have shown incredible skill here today, and hopefully the best man goes on. So if you're wondering where we are, Lagos, Nigeria, I mean, for the Lagos Games Week, actually, there's a lot of people who are in love with gaming and esports around. There's going to be a panel around as well. Top guys are going to speak on gaming and esports. And if you haven't checked it out, you can head on social media to check it out what is happening here. And I love the fact that a lot of people have turned out. When you see things like this, it tells you people are really interested in the gaming community. People are really interested in the esports community.
I mean, I'm looking also and I'm seeing a whole lot of people who are obviously not Nigerians, foreigners, people from other ethnicities, coming in, tuning in mass to see what is going on. And we do realize that, listen, while sometimes we might not know it, a lot of these guys are interested in what we have to play. And they are coming and saying, where are the spaces for us to invest? So for me, I think this is an opportunity to ask some of the guys who are in the country, who are Nigerian. This is the best time to invest. It's a growing community, it's a growing space. This is the best time to come and put your money where your mouth is, right? Just come and back some of the activities happening in the gaming scene, in the esports scene, because if the foreigners are really looking at this and saying, you know what, we want to come and invest some of our funds into this, then there's something you potentially are missing if you're not paying a lot of attention.
But certainly you've got to grab the opportunity and make certain good use of it. I remember back when we were casting National Soccer League, I think week 2 or so, Manny and I were discussing the massive opportunities that comes with playing this video game professionally. And look, people are making waves. We did announce that the ENT was active, and of course KD Sports was the official team partner for Nigeria, and it was open to all players to participate. Well, if you're following KD Sports, you can hear that a Nigerian had actually done the deal. He's qualified to France through the Chess Open qualifier. Callistus, I believe, champion in Nigeria. He will be represented in France in November. I mean, we're looking for inspiration everywhere. It's right in front of us. Congratulations to Callistus for making it. And it will not only be him. There are a lot of other people who are playing the Mobile Legends Bang. FC will be coming on later this year. So there's so many opportunities. Just make sure that you're in tune with everything that's happening. And I mean, you could be in for massive reward. So credit to a guy like Callistus making things happen, as you get to see how things went down earlier on between Apology and Ayon. I mean, Ayon just showing you how ruthless he can be, exploiting those spaces. And here, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. But how he had finished earlier, there was no doubt in his mind he was going to miss at that point in time. But there he gave the ball away cheaply. And maybe a couple of doubts creeping in. Kylian Mbappe with a toe poke of a finish. But I made sure that was going to be the only goal that came from our ball. I think this is certainly The best goal of the bunch coming from Albert on that right-hand side, making a darting run into the middle. So credit to him to open the scoring. There we see the use of the player locker, a move in the game that you almost feel like every top player has in their locker. Now, not everybody necessarily uses it, but you almost feel like once you master it and you have it on your side, you basically have a lot to offer in these times. So just being able to have it in your arsenal sometimes really important. And the Onile Eafc26 Championship, of course, mainly brought to you by Gain Evolution Esports, doing this for the grassroots, a partnership with Bet Niger Foundation, KD Sport, Game Paradise, Esports African News, and Good Way Gaming.
These are people who said, you know what, we want to make sure that the Onile Esports tournament is a success this year. So shout out to all of them who have done this particular goal. It really showed me the IQ that this guy had, because the ability to turn and force that space to happen there was top notch.
Or certainly top tier stuff from them. And I love when I see players like these. I mean, it tells me that people have been putting in the work behind the scenes. People have been basically watching what happens in the pro scenes and telling themselves, you know what, I can do it as well. Because you see a lot of things that they've watched being implemented. You can tell that the grind has been going on, and it's something that is well accepted with the community. And that's what Game Evo and KD Sports, they're all about, giving everybody equal opportunity to perform. And the likes of Ayon and Abolaji, they put on a massive show, and then can they go on to be the champions of the Onile Eafc26 Championship? You just joined the broadcast. My name is Slimo, and of course, joined by Money for the broadcast today. But there's a lot on the line for the eventual Onile Eafc26 Championship winner here today. Get a direct slot into the pro leagues. And mind you, from the pro leagues, if you're able to finish top 8, you head into the elite leagues as well. So the players know what is at stake, and currently, they are certainly giving it their all as we wait for everybody else to settle down. Then we can head into the rest of the games today. It is still a group stage format, 2 groups, 4 players in each group, 2 qualify out of those groups, and then we head straight on to the semi-finals.
Yep. We can't wait for the last round of action from Group A to happen. Although, as it seems, it looks like we have one person who has already booked his ticket. That is Ayon. He has booked his ticket, and he is going to be going straight into the entire thing, the semi-finals. That one very soon. He's going to be going straight into semi-finals soon enough. Well, we have an Ifena promotion. He's testing up. There is Group B. But as we got an update from the team that we already setting up for the guys from Group B, they will be setting up, lined up for their own round of action. So much already happening on that end for these guys.
Well, Group B featuring Okobong and Iselgi, Ifena, and Temilolu. I mean, gunning for that spot in the top 2 to potentially head on to the next round of competition. It's not only the Onile Eafc26 Championship happening here today, there is another tournament right behind us. Tournament, exactly. I mean,
I should have been into all this.
My battle with Money still hasn't come on. Maybe one of these days we'll pick up a control. I don't know if Money's been hearing of my chronicles or what I've been doing.
I mean, to be honest, the people are playing against, I'm not like,
what?
Please stop mentioning this.
I've been playing against some of the top players in Nigeria, and they can who? I mean, I feel like Money has been living on there.
Who are you playing?
We've not been hearing.
Who are you playing?
I literally played Farouk Manzo on stream in weekend league, and nobody told you the scores.
What was the scores?
I mean, don't worry. I know how to put Farouk's business out there. I'm sure Money will hear about it later. But I've been getting my hands on the controller, testing out and everything. But this is the opportunity to come out and show what you can do. Look, in everybody's esports journey, we start from our own room. I'm sure when Money was casting, he started in his own room. But if he didn't come out, you wouldn't know how good he was. So the thing is, if you're playing in your room, you've got to come out and show the world what you've got, and you don't know what is in store for you. The last time I had Farouk on my show, he was telling me, look, he was playing inside, playing with his brothers. And I mean, the fact that before his brothers were beating him, but then constant improvement. He started beating his brothers, and he was like, yo, my brothers go out and they beat a lot of people. So if I can beat them here,
it means that I'm really good at it.
I'm definitely good at what I do. And certainly, if you do come out, you could show a lot of stuff that you've got in there.
Well, that has been the first round of action. We're going to be going to the second round of action for Group B. After this break, we'll be back. Don't go away. Sports Grand Final. The first group have played, Group A have played. We're waiting for confirmation of the second person who has qualified from that. However, we are moving straight into the action from Group B. We don't want the guys to be left hanging for so long. If not, is going up against FC, and that is because we're going to be going straight into the next couple of days. We expect some craziness just like we did see in Group A, but if not promotion against the FC.
It's I believe it's Yosa.
It's Yosa. Well, you can't wait for that one to happen soon, but I can tell you.
I mean, that's like mainland versus island, but
yeah.
I'm learning my stuff now.
Sly is now becoming part Nigerian.
I mean, I have to focus and get my Nigerian name before. We'll work on that later. Not yet. So we'll probably get one soon, but yeah, basically a mainland island, but it should be a fun one as well. From what we saw from A-Young and Bolaji, I think it just clearly shows that the fundamentals are really there, because the fact that you've got to change the way you play if you play Ultimate Team, where it's play style heavy, to now doing most of the basics right, you've got to change the way you play entirely. So I'm expecting that these guys would have seen that game and say, you know what, if I play a certain type of way, I've got to change it up a bit. I'm sure you might see a different ball game altogether. The prize is still making sure that you qualify for the Pro League still to come for next season's edition of the National E-Soccer League. And I believe we are underway in this one, Brazil versus France. I mean, at some point, Manny, we might be able to see this in the ongoing World Cup, which is, of course, happening in the US, Mexico, and Canada as we do start this action to go down. The matchup between SC and the Fena Oshodi taking on Etiosa in this one. What are seeing? And you can tell the intensity really high. Let's play 5 minutes house, by the way. I mean, time.
Yeah, I mean,
really moving quickly.
It's not the biggest of times, but I think it's enough for you to be able to work something out, especially as a champion of the Onile Eafc26.
Oh, beautiful move from
the song, but a block.
I mean, working that space through the middle, expecting him to bang it into the net, but crazy defending, lasting defending. Because I don't think the goalkeeper was getting close to that one at all.
SA with that attempt there from his Brazil team. And now up against an Ifena who is sprinting with Mbappe on that left wing. This is going to be a goal.
Have to take your movement. Basically, against the run of play, these first 10 minutes, it's completely been SA dominating.
Yes.
But this game has shown us that if you do not take your chances, it comes back to haunt you. Man, do you think we might see this game later on in the World Cup happening? Brazil versus France?
I don't think so. I don't think for the Brazil has seen so far they have what it takes.
Both of them are certainly going to qualify from their groups, I think.
I don't know. Are you sure?
Wow. I mean, Brazil's in the group with Morocco, Haiti. They should be able to
they potentially might win Haiti, but yeah, I don't know if they have what it takes. They might be a third anyways, but given the fact that we can have one or two teams qualify from third position, yeah, that makes it look very, very interesting, of course, if you look at it from that angle. But that French team, crazy. Only say, wow, what a player. Reminds me of my playing days.
At this point, we need proof for money.
I cannot give proof for that one, no. But you have to believe me. I don't go like
proof. One of these days, money you have to post on his social media account some of his clips so we can believe him as we get back to this action. Esse will certainly be crestfallen after conceding that goal, but he still got to lock in. There's some exquisite dribbling from Vinicius, but just can't break through that stubborn defense of Ifen. And I love the way Ifen has approached this one. He knows that maybe he might not have all of the possession in the world, but he's soaking it up really well and he's getting Esse quickly on the counter.
Esse does look like he's a little bit reliant on that control sprint, but it's been well defended by Ifen, I have to say. He's not committed too much bodies in searching for breaking down the lines early on. He's waiting, just hogging some of the touch lines and just hoping and waiting for those chances to come. He's taking the first chance. Esse has really dominated passes and possession and phases of play, but like we do say consistently, it's about taking chances. And now here's the chance. Dembele, he has one has been around Diamary. Now here's Turkey. Oh, and squeezed this shot there, but he misses it once.
I love
so similar from the first goal by Ifen there.
Exactly. I love so much the transitional play, the bravery, not to only send one run, but multiple of them, because once you're able to confuse your opponent as to who to track with those runs, you're already putting yourself in a great position to score. And I think Ifena is doing that so well. Sending multiple runs. Look, it might be a hidden gem in this game at this point. I know it's a massive risk to take, but in life, if you do not take the risk, you might not get results. And credit to Ifena. I think he's taking so many risks at this point as you go on the attack once more. Look at the runners up top. He sent 2 runs, and you've got to track one of them. Is that onside from Mbappe? Yes, I believe it is. Ifena to finish.
That man is very clinical.
It is the sending of the multiple runs, like I said earlier. He sent Rabiot on a run. Meanwhile, Mbappe was also on the run on the left-hand side. And Esse couldn't do anything about it because there was just too much for him to handle.
I think the way both players have approached this game have sort of countered each other in a sense. For Ifen has always been about getting the ball to Mbappe in moments and in spaces where you know he has a lot of yards and acres of space in front of him. Every single time that happens, it's always going to be an opportunity on goal. Meanwhile, for Esse, it has been dominating the phases of play, holding on to the ball a little bit too long and trying to create your own luck, but it hasn't really worked out so far. For me, there's an opportunity in the second half for Esse to switch things up a little bit faster with his passes, his runs, and all of the moves and action as he missed that on that pass. I think that was going to be very interesting.
I think it was clear outside. They play a lot to get him some space. And I believe offside. That one just offside, but I expected him to be way more clinical. I mean, if you played older iterations of FC, you know that we had been starving for Brazil to be in this game. How good is it to see the likes of Neymar go back in the game? Man?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, I don't get to see my boy João Pedro, but I would I'll have to deal with that one later. But Neymar, Vinicius, and some of the absolute gods. I mean, Brazil is one team that should never be facing out on the iteration of the game. We just love our heroes. We love seeing them. They really would have a chance there to come back, but that would be last failed match.
I mean, for EA Sports, they had this long-standing partnership with FIFA. Back then, when of course it was called FIFA, when the brand name FIFA was there, but then they lost that partnership. So now basically the licensing isn't there for them to use all of the teams. They have a World Cup game mode, but they can't necessarily call it the World Cup because they don't have the licensing. So it's basically called the World's Game in this one. They don't even have the licensing for all 48 teams. They only have for 41 teams. So you cannot even use everybody. So credit to EA Sports for still trying to be able to get the World Cup in the feeling, in the mood right there. But I mean, you have to understand the dynamics and the business aspect of creating such a video game. But they are still trying their best in this one. I love the approach from Esse. Great pass. That's the score from this one.
Yes, sir. I mean, that was a great goal from Esse, but I want to just highlight the fact that Ifen was able to see some of those runs on time. He saw the run on the left by Vinicius, and as soon as Esse saw that one was done for, as now Ifen will have another chance to get himself shot out, but it's offline, off target rather. But the ability for Esse to recover from his pass being read already and turn around to figure out that there was a run already happening somewhere in that particular area of the pitch is very, very top notch. I want to give it that particular.
I mean, Manny, I think one thing that maybe will translate in Ultimate Team, that might translate here as well. We spoke about it heavy in the National Soccer League, is the lengthy runners.
Yeah.
He's using Luis Enrique up top, which I think he's got some height to him, because mind you, for the males, you've got to be 6'1" and above. And I think Luis Enrique is actually 6'1" and above, and that is why with that through ball, he was able to outrun his defender. So look out for those lengthy runners. When they're on the run like that, they're difficult to stop in those moments. And that time, he was able to utilize it pretty well. Here comes the defender again, surely looking for that 2-goal cushion again. Oh, what a move that is with the roll. And it's come together all so beautifully. It's 3-1, and he's done it in marvelous fashion. I mean, you love when you see players bring up the tricks, even though it was kind of under pressure. It doesn't faze him at all. Kudos to him. Brilliant goal.
Absolutely brilliant. That move there, totally throwing his opponent off whatever it is he would have done there to cut that one out. Essay and Ifena stepping up. This has been a very interesting one. 63 minutes, he's gotten his 2-goal cushion back. He can make it 3 if he gets this one. Yes, no scoop. So we don't see that skill often. But every single time he pulled off properly, you know it is going to be problematic. So he gives. Here's the one with the coaching boots for Ifena gives a non-pro of his own right.
I mean, Manny, I don't know if the rules are set for Onile players to maybe by force use precision shooting, but the fact that if Fena is using precision shooting should tell you that he knows what he's about. Yeah. He's ready for the pro scenes, and you can clearly tell that he knows what he's all about, and credit to him. I think he's doing that brilliant.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, if you're going to be looking forward to doing some type of business against, while there might be disadvantage for the precision shooting, you do also know how very powerful it is sometimes. Getting some angle of those, and so being able to get yourself in these moments early on is doing himself a whole lot of good. So yeah, I agree with you totally.
That's right. On the end of that box is where the confusion has been these days. And remember a lot in the National Soccer League, what guys did was on the wing, you just need to basically spam team press and it kind of clogs that middle. I think it does work, but it has been nerfed a little bit. So you've got to do a little bit more manual defending in that position. And I think Ifena is really doing well with the balance of the two, causing a lot of problems as SA just can't find the all-important pass, a threaded needle in the middle.
Well, there is Ifena potentially the one that will add some gloss to that victory. As it stands, it would require something like a miracle for SA to get back into this one because the time is fast. But don't forget, it's a 5-minute half game. It isn't like 5-3-10-1 for the grassroots tournament. As soon as we leave this one and go to the Pro League, we step into the ultimate team.
I mean,
affair.
In our mini island versus mainland battle, it seems like mainland is doing the business at this. But I mean, when you put you on the spot, I don't think that's a better FC player.
Mainland, absolutely. Alan doesn't really have yet.
Where does the best player in Nigeria currently reside? I think it's on the island, right?
I mean, but that's not. You know what? So let me give that's in context. That's in context. You're looking at in Lagos. We have many. I mean, only Kid Africa that I know that comes from the island that is known at all.
Farouk is
a Lagos boy now.
Oh, so we are talking about Jim Mitchell. They are all mainland.
All of them. Boy, King Onyx. I mean, all of them.
I mean, are we trying to add King Onyx since he's not a Lagos boy?
No, okay, fair enough. Take that one.
That's actually insane. As we approach final minutes of this one, I believe Ifena has done everything possible to secure that all-important victory. And with this win, he's put himself in pole position to make it into the next round of the competition. And that's the icing on the cake almost coming. And the goalkeeper coming up clutch in the final moments. But it's not going to change a couple of things. As Mbappe will make it number 5. Wow. It's an absolute mauling of a performance from that man right there. And keep an eye on him. He could be the one to be a contention to take the crown.
I told you, he did win one of the Johnny minis for PSM last year. Or this year, I think this year he has won. But last year, I did see him compete consistently at the highest of levels. So it's not someone that is new to this type of pressure. He isn't new to this type of pressure at all. He is a guy that will definitely be seen for more and more time to come. He's done the business, 5-star performance. He has 5 goals, and he's in spite of opponent SA.
If you look at how he plays, and you can tell that he's somebody that's very well polished.
Very direct.
Because
Yeah.
I was looking at the type of runs he was making. when you're playing on transition and you trigger only one run, everybody can see what you want
Yeah.
to do. But when there are multiple,
There are
you
multiple
give your
runners,
opponent so much to think about. And I think he did that. Number two, the fact that he was using precision. I'm so impressed when I see guys who I haven't really heard of in the scene use things that the pros use. You can tell that he's working on his game. He knows how to use the most important thing. And on defense, I saw him use the team press multiple times, clogging that midfield area. It caused so many problems for SA. So he has the tools to become one of the best players around right now.
I agree with you, and I think that's one of the reasons why this Onile tournament really gives me a whole lot of joy. And this is the time I think about it. It's an incubator for some of the players we don't know to have proof, to be tested before they get into the pro leagues. You know, you have 2 competitions to win for you to come into the pro leagues. By the time you have done going through all of that incubation, going through that stress, that pressure, sort of builds you and makes you ready for what is to come in the pro league.
And what is to come, mind you, it is a baptism of fire. I cannot even lie. Because last season the pro leagues were intense. Some of the big names that you're expecting to get into the elite league couldn't. But now, even the guys from the elite league this year that are coming in, mind you, the great therefore that will be featuring in the pro league. It should tell you that's not going to be easy there. There are some massive names that will be in. Rhymes, I believe, will be there. Yemi, I believe that boy. If all of these guys will be coming back to the pro leagues.
I mean, that's if they qualify for challengers. That's for the guy Yemi, like Yemi, right?
For Yemi and Rhyme, they'll have to go through the challenges again. But I think they've got the ability to do it. I've been watching Rhyme.
What we saw from that last year. Listen,
anybody who wants guaranteed.
I don't think anything is guaranteed at this point. Every single person who wants to be here will have to battle it out. There's just 8 spots available from the Challengers Cup, and then of course there's the guy from whoever wins the Onile Esports finals will go straight into pro leagues, making it 9 spots. And then of course 5 people qualified from last year. We come all together to make it. I believe that will make them about 9 plus 14, I believe.
Basically, I mean, we did start the action early on with the Fena stepping his authority. I spoke of the multiple runs. Look at that decoy run from Mbappe, which he indeed found in the later stages to make it possible. And credit to SA for not giving up. But look at the lengthy run on top there. I was speaking about the lengthy players, and Luis Enrique is one of them. 6'1" and above will always cause you problems. That time, the loft-up pass. Look at the multiple runs he sent right there. They'll leave you in a dilemma. You don't know who to basically track, and that caused too many problems for SA.
I agree with you. But Ethan, now what a man! I believe to use space is one thing that is very underrated in this game. And I look at his style of play, and I see how much he knows where the ball should be in per time, and how he's using the space. Look at how the ball rolls short. It's not something that used to. But he's something that I think that was the second goal that he was using. That was the second time he was using that particular skill move to score. Always shifting the ball just a little bit to give his opponent, his player, head-on room for the finesse. Something I really, really appreciate. But again, that one there really gained the business. Always thinking that we had something on in that particular one. Anyways, that ends the replay of what happened in the round of action there in Group B. That was the first round of action in Group B. We'll have more coming your way after the break when these guys are back from the way to give you guys all of the action as it is happening.
Ready to see how things might pan out. I mean, with the World Cup going on, I know Nigeria, unfortunately for you guys, secretly rooting for. I'm hearing different countries from everybody.
Definitely not Ghana.
Your brothers are literally doing well.
I agree, but the thing is, when we have someone like Ghana doing so well when you're not around, it's going to be problematic for you, because by 3 a.m. somebody is doing a video. I saw one video the other day and it pained me. But I was even going to say, when you were talking about permutation, it wouldn't be a Nigerian thing if there is no calculator of permutation involved. I don't know why. Don't ask me. But that's just where we are. I think at this point in time, we're just sort of supporting as much African countries as we can, and trying to show that love and trying to push the continent forward. I think personally this year, I would like to see an African team in the final.
Oh,
I think that would do a whole lot for the country.
we've done quarterfinals
continent.
before, we've done semi-finals last 4 years with Morocco.
Yeah, that was-
So hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully one of the teams are able to make the semi-final. Hopefully it's actually Ghana. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Charlie, I would die. Charlie is going to be a killer. I promise you, he's going to be a killer.
It will actually be crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, I think shout out to Ghana. Although the sport wasn't so massive, they did the business against Panama. I did watch some parts of the first half. It wasn't the easiest of showings, but that's something we always say, even for EFC. If you bring it back to EFC, you can't always have good days, but it's about how much you can able to take something out of a good day, of a bad
For a
day.
bad day, yeah.
And then on your good days, yes, ensure that you win. But on your bad days, get something else. And Ghana getting 3 points.
I mean,
on their bad day, not a bad way.
In the World Cup, sometimes the most important thing is the result. No matter how you play, you might not be playing the best of football, but a win is a win at the end of the day. And speaking of wins, both of them will be going into this game hoping that they're able to get some wins on the board. Focus. Taking on Temilolu for this one, I believe Focus. Rocking with the Real Madrid outfit for this one, kicking from left to right in their all-white kit. Whilst Temilolu will be doing battle also with the French national team. And it looks like they might be in trouble early on.
It is Focus that gets the first goal. And what a way to kickstart this one for all of us. Focus gets the.
I mean, when you're playing somebody and you concede in the first 5 minutes, it's not a good sign at all, because usually the first 5 to 10 minutes you're feeling each other out.
And it just feels like he's found out all of you in the first 5 minutes. Yeah.
You just give your opponent too much confidence when that happens. And right now for Temilolu, he's got to find a way to calm things down a bit and not let Focus settle too much in this game. And it looks like he isn't settling.
Oh my. Talk about one tap FC. Touch I touch, give me I give you. And as soon as that one went to that flank with Vinicius, you knew that finesse was definitely going to be lodging beyond the goalkeeper. Now, like we were saying, Temilolu not being afforded any sort of rest at all from Focus. This is the exact way he'll be looking. He would have wanted to start this one out. Ball over the top, might be offside. And yes, this time around it is offside. Brahimi nearly causing some problems there for Temilolu. Oh, not the way you should be playing against an opponent like this. Temilolu gifting his opponent the ball. Very lucky that one didn't cause him any problems at all. Mbappe. Still, it might be offside. It is not. It's offside. That is crazy.
I mean, that's a massive risk.
I don't know if that was intentional, but I'm sure he will take it.
Certainly, he'll take that all day long, especially with how this game has started. Well, for name's sake, Focus has got to focus now, because it's not going to be as easy as maybe the first 15 minutes. Team like Temilolu, all the way from Surulere, making sure that he finds a way back into this game.
Interestingly enough, we are currently live in Surulere, so I'm sure Temilolu will be looking to make his host community proud. And he is the one who is repping their name, flying their name high in this competition. The man who saw off all of the competition from the Surulere local government area and the community. Focus not giving himself a whole lot of.
I mean, we can say
joy there. He lost the focus there. And Temilolu has been. I mean, it's been very lucky, man. This is not the kind of goals that you look at and say this is a well-worked goals. I mean, but it was goals that actually was there.
You give him a little bit of credit because he put the press there. Yeah. Even if he wasn't full press, it was a little bit of the partial press.
Yeah, he was there. He was there from the very moment that one seemed like it was going to be a problem for the goalkeeper and for Focus. For him, for his all of his hard work. Now he has a 2-goal lead against him.
To lose concentration that quickly, it just took maybe about 5 game minutes for Temilolu to turn this one around and it could be in.
It just looks like it's been a game of 2 different 15 minutes. The first quarter, the first half of the quarter minutes was entirely focused on, and the second one now looks like it is all about Temilolu, the man from Surulere, making his debut at the finals. Such a high level of FCB played the goalkeeper, and if that was anywhere in the middle of that post, you know that one would definitely have been counted as a goal. Very, very lucky there. But Rudiger for Focus.
That's a very good goal.
One stop from nowhere.
It takes a level of maturity to know that, you know what, I'm not in a great position. Let me find a better angle to shoot from, and Kamavinga obliges with that one. And for focus, it's very important that he can keep some calm. Now, finally, he leads once again in this game. But I like the level of pressure with which Temilolu was attacking, and unfortunately, one of the controller dies midway. Money, this is one of the worst experiences you could think of as a player. And I'm sure you had already probably even registered the shoot button already.
That is crazy. You're looking at from both ends. It could definitely be going anybody's way right now. It could give focus on opportunity to, you know, get the tackle in early on, or it could give Temilolu the opportunity to, you know, take that one as a crazy chance.
I mean, we saw this a couple of times in the National Soccer League where maybe something happens and there's a break in transmission. It can switch momentum at times, but if you want to play at this level, you've got to learn that not all things are going to go your way. Even at the highest level, even in the biggest tournament in the world, sometimes things happen. But you've got to find a way of keeping yourself level-headed and making sure that you're around a situation where it keeps you still focused. So for focus, he's got to find a way to still lock in and maintain the level of consistency that he's keeping right now. And on the other side of things for Temi, it's quite unfortunate that the post came in at that position.
Yeah.
But he's got to find a way to bury that time.
While all of the technical crew are trying their best to ensure that this one is kick-started as quickly as possible, I want to also remind you that this is the Onile Esports Finals. There were 8 competitions across 8 different communities in Lagos. I mean, I went to the mainland one. I just went to watch and see, and I noted at least 36 to 40 players turned up. I don't know what it felt like across other communities. Of course, I couldn't be everywhere at the same time. But I suspect that if we have at that number on the mainland, we definitely had more numbers in other centers where they competed. And after that, it produced 8 top contenders. It produced 8 top contenders across the 8 communities. Amu Odofi is in the building. Ojodebega is in the building. Oshodi is in the building. Yaba Mainland, of course. Etiosa also. Etiosa to BI also in the building. And these are the guys who are represented. As we have game between Bosele and Bolaji. This one just started out. Now, this was the second game happening. This is, of course, the games. Part of the games happening in Group A.
I mean, that's a massive match for Bolaji because, mind you, for Bolaji, I think he has got 1 win early on in his first game. Even though he lost Ayon, if he can pick up a win in this game, I think he joins Ayon and the 2 people qualifying from Group A. So there's a lot of impetus in this game for him, and I'm sure that he'll look at this one as the deciding game for him, as we see Bolaji rocking with PSG in this one in the blue, as Boseli rocking with France in the all whites.
Well, we have word. The game between Focus and Temilolu has restarted. We'll give you guys more of the update as it happened. Yes, 3-2. It is Focus who has that third goal. He currently is enjoying all of the action. That goal by Kamavinga. And I guess that means that the chance didn't really fall Temi's way that time around. Here's Focus player lock ability. And now a chance. There is that one. Thank you for coming. It's 4-2. He's regained his 2-goal lead early on again in the second half of his life. He knows how to quickly start those games.
He cannot afford to lose concentration in the next 5 minutes again. We saw it happen in the last couple of minutes, and if it does happen again, right on the money.
Right on it, as we were talking about it, it happened. Temilolu, again, a man very, very beneficial of some form of luck.
I mean, this reminds us of National Soccer League 9 million, so there are loads of goals.
Goals are low.
Lots of goals. 6, 7 goals. That's incredible.
I think that tells you how much these guys are living every single thing on the virtual pitch. Bosele, I think he's currently leading in this one against a Bolaji who is simply to get 3 points. If he gets these 3 points, that would mean that he has booked his spot in our final. 4-4, wow! Temilolu, what a player you are. That man Great goal there by Bolaji. Great goal to make it 1-1. That finish, very sublime, very superb. Just right on the money. I mean, the kind of goals that are going in today. The guys in the pro league should be better be watching out. This is going to be very, very
I
interesting.
mean, these guys have shown incredible talent already. And for Bolaji, knowing that this game is the all-important one, knowing that this one could potentially get him over the line with regards to the next round of the competition. There's a massive, massive one. It's still going crazy in the other game as well. Credit to Temi, the fact that he's come back 2 times.
Oh, I think the update is that 2-goal lead was very, very important to him. He did get it in 3 phases. First time, there was a comeback. Second time, there was a second comeback. But the last time, Focus was able to lock in and ensure that there was no comeback at all in that one.
Well, it's in the packed house here for Lagos games week and other activities happening. PC games going down. I'm seeing game developers around who are.
Oh, how did that one finish? Elastico into a shot. We don't see that one so often.
I mean, Kylian Mbappe, man, whether it's ultimate team, normal kickoff mode, 95 overall, this guy's still cracking it up. And a big, big goal. As in this one, Bosele leading by 2-1.
What a goal that one was. 2-1 it is for Bosele. For Bolaji rather. Up against his opponent Bosele. And now another chance. Ooh. Oh my, oh my, oh my.
I like that a lot.
Okay. He is turning up the heat in the arena and is cooking at such an electric
You
pace.
speak about being a great 1v1 dribbler. I know people who are great at 1v1 dribbling, but immediately they get into the box, they panic a bit.
Yeah.
That panic wasn't showing at all from Bosele.
Oh, there was composure there. Holding on to that one just for the right moment. And then now Bosele has all the work cut out for him in front. He was one who took the lead early on, but it does look like right now that is ages ago.
What a finish that was. That will take him into halftime. Bosele, who did concede that early goal, but has totally flipped the script as we speak. Currently up by 3-1 in this one. And now can he hold on to a grandstand finish? Now Bolaji's chances of qualifying to the next round very, very slim now. As we see him try to mount a comeback.
If this one does go against him, that would be done and dusted because he has had 2 losses now. That would be.
You have to pray for results elsewhere to go.
I mean, no, that's the Spidey way. Hopefully, it doesn't go here. It doesn't go all of that way. But talk about the Onile Championship. Look at the trophy. I mean, for me, this one is so good to look at. The gold. I don't feel like I can run away with this one, and nobody will.
Are you sure you can run away? The only way you can run away with it is if you can convince her that you can beat everybody.
I can beat everybody here. And I think we have a go in.
Including myself.
Including you.
How is Money still this confident? You see, like,
we need to play this thing on camera, on stream, but
off camera, the deed has been done already. So.
It has not been done. It hasn't been done at all. A training match is different. Preseason match is different from the actual match.
We hear you. We hear you.
You know, in preseason, Bournemouth can win everybody and win the trophy. But once the time comes, Chelsea and the likes will step up. I think this man at the outside, and then Bolaji will have to do all of the good work from
Bolaji getting that goal back is pretty important now, cutting the deficit. Just the one.
Bosele. Bolaji currently is the one who is leading by 3-2. Bosele has all of the work cut out for him, but I think that is just 1 goal difference. It is a little bit better.
In-game minutes going on the game clock. Still time to potentially mount a comeback or maybe stretch that lead, trying to go for the routine comeback in that position. But the defense crowded as ever and he couldn't find his intended target on that one. That's first the issue with the over-the-top through ball. These days, over-the-top through ball, maybe not as overpowered as it used to be before. Kind of slows down momentum a little bit sometimes when you don't get it right. And I understand where when the pro players basically go away from it a bit and go for
Yeah.
the ground through balls these days.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense, especially when you see how effective the ground through balls are a whole lot of times. But the game is still ongoing. So much action still happening. We're seeing some of the guys in Group B also stepping up. We might have another game soon enough on that side of things. Focus seems like he's going to be in action against SC very, very soon. But meanwhile, we'll be looking to wrap up the action from Group A very, very soon.
I mean, it's getting very tense in these final few minutes over the top. Can he get the equalizer? Lifts it over the keeper. And the well-deserved one is had to dig deep for it. And it's come with 15 minutes to go, and that sets us up for something crazy heading into the finale. It's what you would dream of in such a game like this. With still enough time. Credit to Bossele with the way he's gone about it. Jobo! Now we heartbreaking to concede just where you thought he was going to turn it around. We concede yet another opportunity. The Billy in space.
Wow.
The last couple of minutes have been intense.
Crazy indeed. What a game we have on our hands. This man totally dominating the play, totally doing a madness with this one. It's crazy. It's going in right now. A Bossele versus his opponent, Bolaji. Wow, what a goal that was.
I mean, we always see commentators, we usually have this adage among us, and it's become like a cliche at this point because we say most times, but you're most vulnerable when you always score.
Absolutely.
Immediately he got the equalizer, maybe kind of lost in the moment, separating it too much. Then immediately from kickoff, there was trouble and he went to concede. Despite unfortunate on that one, but just 5 minutes ago, Bolaji on the break now loses possession of the ball, and it's a very tricky one in this position. You can't afford to lose possession. You expect that he'll go for game management at this point, and he gives it away cheaply. Fortunately for him, it bounces back onto his path, and he might just have done enough to secure what will be an all-important win in this game. You won't run away with it. There will not be enough time for him to mount one last attack, and the win will be secured. Bolaji, very, very strong performance from him.
Very, very impressive performance. And I think with this one, we might just be saying that he has done his business. And I just want to quickly look into the brackets right now. As Focus will kickstart his second game with another early goal. And this man just knows how to
You did say Focus spend some time in Abuja, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
No. Don't do that. Slide under that.
I wasn't really going there, but I feel like they have picked the paid out of Guru's books when they do score. So maybe it's an Abuja thing altogether.
Well, you know what? Looking at it, I think it makes sense. Maybe it's an Abuja thing, to be honest, because it's been consistent across board for some of these players. And I think right now, from what we have on our screens, it does look like Bolaji has gotten himself 2 wins, while A-Young has gotten himself 2 wins also. That means that Henry and Bossele are the ones who are going to be dropping out of that tournament and that particular bracket. They are no longer going to be going on to the next level. We are definitely going to be seeing A-Young representing Yaba and Bolaji representing.
So far, I've been impressed with what I've seen from A-Young. I think Focus has been very impressive.
Very impressive.
Bolaji has been kind of shaky, but you always find something to make it happen. Yeah.
Focus and Ifena also some who I think will definitely make it very, very interesting. For someone like A-Young, I think it's very important that he definitely won his own group, because that means he doesn't get to face someone like Focus. If he wins this game, that means definitely he's going to the top. So you definitely have an opportunity to face someone not necessarily as tough. You know, I wouldn't say there's a lesser hand in the competition, but so not necessarily as tough as the guy who won everything in the entire competition. But let's see how that turns out for both of these players. Semi-final in a bit, and then next will be finals after the group stages happen.
Well, it's all happening here inside Surulere. The Lagos Games Week absolutely going crazy. The crowd buzzing with some FC action as we are enjoying all of this one. The house packed to the rafters as well. First 38 game minutes, Essay has kind of been slow on the build up a little bit and just got offside. But focus is not allowing him to really break in transition. And we know with this game, if you're not getting a lot of transitional opportunities, breaking down a defense becomes very, very difficult. And Essay just can't find a way to wriggle away from all this danger around him.
I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't know if this is a good move. I'm wondering what the whole point was when you could have definitely cleared the ball and taken all of that pressure off you. But now he has a chance to potentially turn a crazy moment into something that we potentially have not seen from goalkeeper to striker potentially. But that one has been seen all the way through by focus. And right on the cusp of halftime, it might just
I believe it is with the player Angoles in.
Definitely should have gone for the near post finish. Any day or they should definitely be trying that near post.
Because Angoles left-footed. If you are going far post, it has to be the finesse. The game changer, Trivella. Animation in that position, that's a massive chance, especially with the way he built it up so well.
Yeah.
With the player lock, just a couple of minutes before we head into halftime. Brahim Diaz wants more focus, maybe playing for last attack in this one. The experience clearly showing from that man right there. Can he find the perfect pass to open up the space?
Was open.
Just did a little bit too much, and that would be the signal for the first stuff coming to an end. You know what? Massive props to Issei for staying in this one because it could have been a couple of goals down, but it's still right in his tracks to maybe get a result out of this game.
Well, yeah, that is Issei. Just one goal down. He's not totally out. I think now is the best time for him to get the goal. We did put up a lot of fights against Ifena in the first game we did see on here between him and Ifena, but and it's not just about putting the fight, it's about taking the game to the opponents now. Focus, squeezing his way through with Brahim Diaz, but just the foot was all it took for that one to be neutralized. I mean, the way Essa is gambling with this back passes is very interesting to me. I think it might be screaming of composure, but also might be him playing himself a lot into those dangerous
risk. It's a massive risk he's taking, playing that way. And if we see focus, maybe put on a press, that might cause him a problem or two. Come on, Venga, look. Well, the fact that Issa is playing this way to tell you that his defense is very strong. Because focus, we know he scores goals for fun. In the last game, he scored 6 goals.
Yeah.
And just being held to 1 after 16 game minutes to tell you that his opponent is doing a great job on the defensive side of things. Issa, for all of his great defensive work, can he translate it to offense? And the run.
That is just amateurish of Essa. Absolutely no reason why he should be pushing that ball that fast. But he misses the chance and opportunity to get himself back into this game. That would have definitely made for an interesting conversation if he was able to get himself back into this one.
I mean, Essa hasn't played too bad at all. He's just been quite unfortunate with the moments that have come to him. He's not been able to take full advantage of them yet. But he still is in this game. That's 1 goal deficit. We know he can turn it around anytime soon. There's Vinicius Jr. He's got to make the right decision.
I think that's where the point is. That's where the problem is, or has been for that man. The last chance decisions. He's not going to be getting them right. In that 6-yard box, in that 18-yard box, he has not really been doing the right moves. And that is the only reason why potentially he isn't currently leading in this game. He's had most of the clear-cut chances after that goal went in for Focus. But the thing about Focus is he doesn't really need so much chances. He needs half chances. He needs just for you to snooze a little bit. And he might turn it up just like this. Right against the run of play. Goes low driven. And it is good night. Say goodbye to your dreams.
Now was a lot of mind games there where they're turning around. Because I think Issa on that defensive stance was trying to anticipate where his final turn will be. But credit to Focus. He did stick in there, make sure that he had the all-important angle to find the finish. And he beat 2 goals up with just about 10 minutes to go. You almost feel like job has been done. And when we will confirm that we might just see Focus heading to the next round of this competition. SC again leaving a lot of people frustrated. The pass right there in the middle to find.
Like 2 times I did see him have that pass. Now he's going to find out how to get those right balls in, like just like you saw this time around. You need to be able to let your strikers go through on goal early on. You cannot be holding onto the balls for so long. And I think that's one of the reasons why he is currently trailing in this game. Any other day, he should definitely have been leading in this one if he had gotten his decisions right. That one is offside. And I think it will even be helping focus to sort of wind down the pace of this game and sort of take this one home. This will make it 6 out of position 6-4 focus. What a good result that is for the man on any day, anytime. Definitely the type of result you would have been looking to start this tournament with.
I mean, 2 wins out of 2. Put yourself in a strong position, not only to qualify out of the group, but actually top
your group to ensure you don't go face the toughest person from the other group. Well, that has been the round of business from this man. Second game, second win. Focus, the man who is representing mainland.
He has been focused. He's getting the job done. And 2 wins out of a possible 2, the best start you can possibly think of. But for guys like SA now, is to go back to the drawing board and still find a way to make things happen and find a way to qualify. Much easier said than done.
I don't know if you can qualify. Don't forget, this is the second loss. You did lose early on against Ifena. So this might be the end of the road. Yeah.
2 losses.
I think it depends on what happens in the game between Ifena and Temilolu later on today. If Temilolu goes on to pick up a win there, then you potentially be looking at, you know what, he has an opportunity, depending on how he ends things. Well, let's see how that one turns up for the man SA. We'll be finding out soon enough when we get the guys to come play the next round of game. But that is the round of action as it is from Group B. Group A almost wrapping up. We have Henry and Ayoung, playing the last action in that particular game, while Ifena and of course Temilolu are going to be passing out very, very soon on here. So don't go anywhere. We have so much action still coming your way. We're going to be going on a little break. When we come back, the action is still hot, it's still very sizzling, and the boys are battling out for the ultimate opportunity, getting a direct ticket to the Pro Leagues. See you guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back. It does feel like we have word that the guys are going to be going in very, very soon. And while we're waiting for them to get ready for break, we're going to be giving you guys all of the rundown. Don't forget, the ticket, the automatic ticket to the Pro Leagues is what is weight in gold. Because we did see King Nonex when he won the Pro Leagues. How much did he go home with again?
I mean, I think it's over
almost $1 million.
Yeah, almost $1 million. Definitely, we have over 500,000 naira. I mean, if you look at his earnings from just the Pro Leagues, NBA leagues alone,
I mean, that was
he's crossing, maybe getting towards the territory of 1.5
million. I feel like let me go back. I want to go back and become an SC player all over again. But I know.
Credit to Nonex, he ended, and he's one of those guys that you follow his journey that you be proud of.
Actually, as we have a replay, I think, is this a replay or is the game between Ayoung and Henry? I think this is the actual game between Ayoung and Henry. That is the last bit of action from the guys in Group A. As it stands, Ayoung has qualified. This potentially would be the one that will let us know if it's going to be topping his group in the entirety of things.
Ayoung, who we saw earlier, beat Abolaji in that thrilling performance, already has 2 wins on the board. Is he going to be the first guy to go perfect in his 3 games in the group stages? Mind you, he's already secured a slot in the knockouts, still to come later today. But I'm sure he will be looking to finish with massive momentum on his side. His Dortmund outfit has just been perfect to use for him.
Yeah. Ayoung, name I've had on my lip for over 6 months, for the past 6 months. I mean, I think whoever it is that signs this guy right now is definitely going to be signing a gem, an absolute gem ahead of time. Oh my Yes. How do you miss that one?
With the dribble pass alone was
So good.
top
So
top
crazy.
tier. You're expecting him to convert from that position, but the fact that he can locate his open players and know the right pass to use. Because sometimes people fumble that opportunity where you can give a pass inside, but they give a normal pass. But knowing that you've got a player that not necessarily using pink pass, because Man United 5 overall pink passes in here. This time around, he will not spend his chances at all. Ayon got the board already in this game.
This one is for an opportunity to top the group and ensure that you don't put yourself in danger zone in terms of who you're facing next in the semi-finals. I mean, of course, it doesn't mean next is sometimes I like to say 1 + 1 is not always 2. The fact that someone qualified as a second man doesn't mean that they are not some of the toughest persons to play in a group. And now it wouldn't necessarily mean anything much, but I think mathematically that is what it would mean for Ayon to be able to top this group.
I mean, if Ayon wins this game, meaning that he's going to beat it in his groups.
Yeah.
And if he goes on to win the whole thing, he's basically going to beat it for the whole competition. It seems like people are taking a page of Farouk Mansour's book. It seems to be a thing, becoming a trend these days.
I mean, well, the knockout stages are always different from the groups, from the league stages. I'm very sure if he goes on to win the entire thing, he will find that one out by himself. That one, you will realize how crazy the run was when you now are put in that type of position consistently. But that is what we currently are facing right now.
So confirmation of the results we saw earlier on. Abalaji, with his win, got a 4-3 win over Henry. But,
we have a massive update in the game between Ifena and Temilolu. It looks like Temilolu has taken the lead in that one, with Ifena battling it out to see if he can get back into the action.
1-0 on that side, with that game looking very interesting. The game between Ayon and Henry still locked in at 1-0 in favor of Ayon. We also see the results from elsewhere currently. I believe Abalaji, with his only win of this tournament so far, coming up against Henry 4-3. Ayon, we saw that demolition job against Ebosele, winning by 6-1. We also saw Henry win against Ebosele 4-3. So that group is actually insane, Group A. And Ayon with a win over Abalaji. So Ayon looking for a perfect 3 out of 3 with regards to his group.
4 players, Ayon and Henry, different ends of the stick. Oh, wow, yeah.
Ayon might be him.
I mean, the composure on this guy, the calm on this guy, he knows how to do the business.
And to be playing under massive pressure, knowing that once you lose a game, basically give yourself not the biggest of chances to win the whole thing. And he's finding a way to carve out chances with massive props to him. Mind you, this is still the Onile Esports Championships, probably brought to you by Game Evolution Esports in partnership with the likes of KD Sports, Esports Africa News, Game Pride, you're all coming on board to make this one possible. Through ball comes in again. And will he get a final way to get back into this one? It seems like so far we're not seeing people being clinical with their one-on-ones at all. There he goes again, second bite of the cherry. Elsewhere, as we do get a glimpse of that Ayon versus Henry game as they head into halftime. Ayon commanding 2-goal lead.
Very healthy lead, to be honest. That's a healthy lead right now for Temilolu also. It is a tiny lead, but there's time. He has to ensure that he takes this one to halftime. That is the only way potentially would pay him if he's able to get something out of this one. Ayon and Henry battling that one place, but Temilolu trying to make this 2, but a low driven effort. My goodness. Absolutely no reason why he should be getting that one off target from that angle. But if it now will bring a huge sigh of relief, and he'll be very happy that that one didn't go beyond his goalkeeper.
Well, you've got to take your chances when they do. come up. And for Temilolu, with the way he's attacking, it looks like he has confidence that he still will create a rush chances. And look at this one come his way. It's exquisite FC on display. And for Temilolu, he's just creating chances as well. So even when he misses, you can tell that it doesn't phase him at all.
I mean, now you're looking at this game, it does feel like it's open a little bit. For someone like Esse, he now has an opportunity, to be honest. Yeah, he's lost two, but if he can win the last three against whoever it is, and and the other person goes on to lose against someone like Focus in the last game, he does still have a chance. The question now is, can he get a win? That is the action happening in Group B as it stands right now. Young loses that one off target, not necessarily the kind of miss you expect from someone who has been so clinical in today's round of action.
Mind you, all the players featuring from local communities from the Lagos State, they just were handpicked. Like Manny was telling you earlier, there were competitions in these communities to pick out the top 8 here, representing them to compete. And so far, we've seen some outstanding performers throughout the competition. Ayon still holding on to those 2 goals, and causing problems everywhere for Henry. Henry, though, still maybe might have some fight left in it. Goes down the byline, trying to force the issue. And nobody on the end of that delicious cut back into the box.
Any day, anytime. That is a potential great move for that man. Ife now with a block, massive block there to stop Temilolu from making it 3. But now he has to turn things around as quickly as possible.
Ball is in on goal. Hey, Young, extra pass.
Make it 3.
And that one will put this game to bed. And for sure now, he will go unbeaten in the group's first man to do that. And now puts himself in a very strong position. And he's now a really strong candidate. We know Manny already put basically the stamp on him as maybe the favorite to go on and win. And I'm sure Manny will certainly be smiling from year to year, knowing that Young is doing the business.
I mean, he's not just doing the business, he's doing it very well. He's very clinical. You know how he's creating the chances. The question is, can he maintain focus? Can he maintain absolute composure, concentration? Because the fight is just started.
I think whoever is facing him will be looking at this game and be like, whoa, I've got to go on and face this guy. It's not going to be easy at all. I wouldn't be surprised if someone goes up against it with how crazy the defending has been.
Oh, it looks like he might go on to get 4 ball rules. Holds onto the ball a little bit, trying to show both. It falls kind of back to him. So I think because the FC wants to see him consistently get another chance at his opponents there and that one. And as we can give you guys a little bit of an update on the games happening in Group 1. This is the round of action, just like I told you, for Group A. And after this one, it would potentially confirm that Young has qualified from his group with 3 wins, no draw, no loss. While Bolaji from Ojodu will be joining him in the semi-finals with 2 wins, 1 loss alone.
Young with 5 minutes to go, maybe wanting another one, just whisk it wide of making it for on your screen, getting identical score lines from these both big dominant performances. Credit to both of the players. Ilolu, woo! Dominant display from that one right there, and he will be among the lines for the Onile Eafc26 championships as well. He's put on a massive showing, and now you can confirm that both him and Focus in Group B will be there. Mind you, Semilolu with this win.
I mean, this will be his first win. If he does get this one, that will put him and Ifena on the same point. So I think it's going to go down to the wire. The last game will be the decider. Who will be going on to get the last spot aside Focus. That will be dependent, on what happens after some. But I think at this time, it does look like Focus will definitely be the one topping the league because the leaderboard, because it would require a lot of goals. I mean, these guys have both conceded against Focus, so now they need more goals to be able to match up whatever it is Focus has.
Well, and it's all set here. Temilolu, after losing that first game with a massive bounce back on his path, and just like that,
Already confirmed names A Young and Bolaji. A Young from Yaba and Bolaji from Ojojo. These are the confirmed names going straight into the semi-finals. A Young in first position, Bolaji in second position. But there are bits of action from Group B currently happening right now. That's the next game we're going to be going straight into. Focus versus Ife now. Temilolu versus AC. Now, this one is the battle for who is going to be joining Focus in the battle for the ultimate prize, which is straight qualification to the Pro Leagues when that one happens later next year. Pro Leagues happening next year, of course. But if you're not up against Focus, he has 3 points. Lolu has 3 points also, but these 3 points came at the expense of Ifena in the last match we did this year on the screen. So now both Ifena and Lulu are battling out for a chance at redemption. SA also is also in the mix, of course. If SA wins and Focus wins, then it will now become by how many goals did SA win? The chance, regardless. The game is the game. It is what we are going to be going straight into over the next couple of minutes. Well, the boys are ready. They are good to go. So we can't wait. Once they're ready, yes, now we have Ifena and Focus going up against each other. Focus in that ash kit with the Real Madrid team, while Ifena sticking to his French team in the all-white kit, Turkey. Ifena takes the first chance, nearly missing it out there, but the rebound, the bounce back, falling very kindly to Dembele. He didn't get that shot off early on, but was able to recover on time before Courtois stood up, and he has made it one. For the very first time, we're seeing Focus. We are seeing Focus now go down early on. Sort of a taste of his own medicine, if you must. Here's Ifena. Focus. Looking to see if he can get back into the action. Ball over the top. Can he get to it? He nearly does get that one slide. That would have definitely been a hammer of sorts.
well, certainly that's a big game for especially Ifena, because for Focus, the job has basically been done. But I'm sure Temilolu on the other side as well needs to do his business and hope that maybe results elsewhere will go his way. Just like that, Focus built his way into the box, and usually he comes as deadly as anyone here possible.
I mean, even if Temilolu loses that game against SA, I think his eyes will be on this one to know by how many goals did Ifena, if Ifena does lose against Focus, by how many goals did Ifena lose? And that would be what would be on his mind currently right now, as Focus will be looking to get another goal. Ifena will be trying his best to ensure that nothing does go beyond this goalkeeper's grasp at the moment. So many emotions right now for all of the players, because the job is not done for any of these players, except maybe Focus, who has qualified already.
I mean, we do get updates, and it seems like elsewhere, Temilolu is doing everything in his power as he currently leads a goal to nil. So as things stand, it will be Temilolu who will go through with those 2 wins. And unfortunately for Ifena, he will be bound now, but there's still a lot of time to be played, by the way. Well, just still in the first quarter, basically, first 25 minutes of this game, Ifena, that's a lovely build-up, and it should be ending in a goal.
My goodness, especially the fact that you need goal as quickly as possible. Wow. Absolutely no reason for him to not get that one, but that's what happens in SC. If you don't take your chances, you will get punished. Hopefully, he does get to recover soon enough, as SA will be looking to spoil the party for Temilolu. Temilolu is also insisting that this one is not going to be going beyond me. I already have my destiny in my hands. SA! Yes, sir. Step overs. We don't see those ones so much these days, but as that one stepped up, he has done some bit of business. 1-1. I don't know. This feels like a very, very enticing fixture.
Well. It's going crazy everywhere. And oh my word, Esse has completely flipped the script. In a game where Temilolo needed all 3 points, he led at the start. And Esse has turned this game on his head. Esse currently leading by 2 goals to 1.
My goodness. Talk about turning things right on its head.
Elsewhere as well, Focus and Ifena log into battle. Look, there's so much going on for Focus. He's already secured 3 points. He's already secured
6 points here.
The entry into the next round. But I'm sure he'll be looking at what Ayon did and say, you know what, I can do that too. I can go unbeaten too.
Yeah. I mean, the draw for him will be perfect at this point in time. And sure that he will go there in with 7 points.
Carreras for Ifena. Still confident that he can find a way back into this game. Love that we are getting the action side by side in this one with the group stage standings just constantly changing. Is that all? I believe just the offside. Temilolo just unfortunate that one flag that offside.
Well, I think we might have a little bit of an update. I think we did have things a little bit wrong in that game between Ifena and Temilolo. It did seem like it was Ifena actually who won that one. So as it stands, this is done and dusted. I'm just getting an update now from production. So, I mean, 6 points by both players, right as it stands.
So basically, it's all set.
It's all set and done, yes.
And Focus.
It's now about who is going to be winning first position and who's going to be winning second position right now.
And as it stands, it is Ifena who's currently top of the table.
I mean, yeah, potentially with goals difference. Yeah.
Interesting. And for Ifena, you'll know that being top of the table,
it's very, very important.
Very, very vital. You get to feel the guy was second. And I believe that's a Bolaji from Group A. So this is basically top of the table clash between these two.
Yeah, essentially.
For stakes of who will be topping this group.
60 minutes in. And both players not letting go of sight. Not letting go of the sight of what they, which is the ultimate ticket to the Pro Leagues.
Belly, look at the number of runners going up from who do you
just head on to it just a little bit too long.
Hesitated. I think I was looking for too much on that possession. And sometimes you've got to make your mind up quickly. This is what separates the best players from the guys who are good, but maybe just not good enough. You play it in through Rabio, maybe not the best of finishers to have. You wait for support and you find support with the belly. Focus.
I particularly love the fact that he didn't go for the finesse here. Just a direct shot. Focus over committing a little bit to the wing. And as soon as he had that chance and opportunity, he took that one. And he has buried it, absolutely buried it beyond Focus. Ifena taking charge of this one.
An absolutely crazy scenes here. The battle of two guys who've already secured their place into the next round of the competition, but yet still fighting for that opportunity to be top of the table, to potentially even go unbeaten. And it seems like things are in favor of the man Focus, who is in a focused mode right now. It's just about 20 minutes to go.
Ifena.
Well, my apologies on that one. It's actually Ifena, okay, with the French outfit, so he has that 2-1 lead, that all-important 2-1 lead, and he is currently top of that table as we speak, and then he goes on the break once more.
I mean, prior to this moment, he was all very, very well placed to take this one home because he had 8 goal difference against his opponent who had 4. But getting himself an extra goal wouldn't definitely stop his chances. It will definitely make it a good better because a draw will still see him end up as the first position from the beginning. Nothing but a win for Ukobong will place him at the top of the group stage.
Mbappe hustled off the ball right there as we confirm the results in that one. It seems like Temilolu was in some danger early on, but he's been able to cool down the waters, and that will make it number 4 and certainly put that game to bed. That one is basically consolation prize at this point, but in this one, Ifena and Focus, both of the players who confirmed. Yeah. They are booking into the next round, looking to see who gets to face Abolaji or who will take on Aeon.
We have an update that it is Esse who is definitely taking this one by the scruff of the neck. Would have definitely made for goal of the tournament had that one gone in by Esse there. Four one might be 5. Oh my goodness. Esse, nothing to play for. Steps up without any pressure and is definitely turning up in style.
I mean, all full focus now on the game between the top 2 in Group A, I beg your pardon. Sharam on the break now for Ifen. I'm sure he'll try to go for game management here because he's in full position to secure the win. Through ball into the middle. Do it, trying to take some time off the clock, and he's doing that perfectly. Frustrating focus right now, who just can't seem to get his hand on the ball. It's a tough situation to be in, but he gets away to win the ball back. 1 minute plus added time. Could we see one more goal from Focus? Look at the man at the top, but he tracks it down, and that will signal the all-important win for that man right there. Will be top of the table in Group B, and he will book a date to the semi-final facing Abolaji in the next round, while Focus will be going into battle with the red-hot Aeon.
What a journey it's been for all of the guys who have made it to the semi-finals. Out of every single person who currently is in the semi-finals, there is none that you look at and say, you know what, this is a walkover. Bolaji has done his bit. Aeon was red hot. Focus did his own part. And Ifena, wow, gets a 9 out of 9. He and Aeon definitely will be looking at this one and say, you know what, we potentially might meet each other in the final, as this man will be looking, Esse will be looking to make it back. 70 minutes on the clock. This one is just for pride, as this will be the last bit of action from them in this year's Onile A tournament.
The Onile Eafc26 championships, which we've seen, have bet some massive talent. We did catch a glimpse of the National Soccer Pro League. We got to see the champion from last year, Baloke, make his way in there. I mean, he didn't necessarily go his way, but that's his first time playing in that professional setting, ultimate team against those top pros. And he still gave a very good account of himself. Just about under 13 in-game minutes to go, currently 4-2 in favor of Esse. And it's pretty important that you kind of finish on a high a little bit, in the sense where maybe not the results that you wanted, but for Esse and Temilolu, they can hold their heads up high in the fact that they came here and they represented their communities pretty well.
Absolutely. I mean, this in itself is a win to be able to come in from the grassroots and represent your community, put your community on the map, on the global esports map. It does definitely change things and definitely makes your community look good. And let's say definitely doing the business for the Etiosa community, doing his own bit of the business. 5-2, that's what it looks like right now. There is nothing to play for, of course, for both players, but this is a wonderful.
I mean, it seems like I'm out of all of the 4 players. Basically, all of them are mainland boys.
Yeah, I mean, except Etiosa, who is being represented by. Oh, you mean out of the 4 that qualify? Yeah, I mean that. So now the question about who definitely wins it, mainland or island, you now have your answer.
I mean, maybe people might have different opinions on that when you get to the upper levels, but we'll see. And this game coming to wraps now, and the final whistle will go in this game. Esse able to secure 3 points in that one. But Group A and B confirmed. A Young will be a semi-finalist. Apology, a semi-finalist as well. Well confirmed now. Ifena and Focus, they will all be in the semi-finals, which will be coming up right after this. I mean, it's set up perfectly for blockbuster semi-finals, which could really produce some mouth-watering action.
Absolutely. Well, semi-finals soon come. 4 players from 8 communities, from over 1,000 participants. That is what we're down to at this moment. Game Evolution and KD Sports say, listen, I want to give you guys the opportunity to go straight into the pro leagues. I want to show you guys what pressure is like. I want to show you guys what the top feels like. Well, these 4 players are going to be battling it out for that ultimate position. And when we come back, we're going to be giving you guys all the details, all the juicy details as it happens. Semi-finals is coming up very soon. Don't go anywhere. We are still here live at the Lagos Game Week. Stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the semi-final stages. The boys from their communities have given their all, and now it's down to this final moment. 4 men, they're ultimately looking for 1. Well, I got word that there is an ultimate prize pool. I'm going to be spelling that one out to you all in a couple of minutes. Just hold on. I think this one, we're going to be having 1 million naira for the finals, for this particular finals. But overall, they shared across 3 million naira across the other ones, which means 2 million across the communities, 1 million for the finals. So I tell you, these guys who are playing for this one, they get to share 1 million naira. Wow. So the 3 of them, whoever it is, the first, second, third, they get to share 1 million.
And of course, once you're on top of the top of it all, you get a big chunk of the 1 million.
Of course, imagine saying you did it. Don't share that.
These days, they spam this challenge.
what will you do with yours? So it's like, if imagine we were in the finals or in the semi-finals, what would you do with 100,000? Out of the 1 million, because 100,000.
Well, semi-final one underway, mind you. Both of these players buttoned it out of their groups with A Young literally going unbeaten coming into this knockout round. Focus, I mean, did start strong, but faltered in the end, losing to Ifena in that one. And now we'll go head-to-head for a spot in the ultimate grand finale. Mind you, the other semi-final is also about to begin elsewhere. Bolaji, I believe, will be a battle against Ifena. For this one, there should be a cracker all over. There goes A Young, the man who's been looking touted as potentially the favorite. Money has spoken highly of him. We'll see if you can put together another strong performance here, but it's not going to be an easy battle at all. Because Focus has already shown that when he has the chances, he will not spare you at all.
And if there's anything that I think that works for him coming into this game against Focus, is the fact that he's finally seen a little bit of a chink in the armor of Focus. Against Ifenda, Focus did lose. It was a very well thought out loss, of course. It wasn't like the biggest of margins. It was a 2-1 loss by Focus to his opponent. As you can get an update in this game that is 2-1 already, and I think this time around it is Bolaji who has that goal scored. We're going to give you guys an update as it is happening. Boy, oh boy, has this one started out to a craziness.
Well, just as you expected, the semi-finals absolutely going insane. Incredible. I believe Bolaji and Ifena, impressive stuff from the both of them already. 13 minutes in and already 3 goals. Who would have thought?
Amen. But that tells you how much these guys want it. Ifena looking to get himself back into the action. Tries to finesse with Mbappe, of course, you know. Once there's Mbappe with a finesse in that angle, it is definitely a deadly one.
We did say that if you top your group, it wasn't going to be a clear-cut thing for you as a friend.
2-2.
Back in this one, 2 goals apiece. There was a reason why he was top of the table there, Group B. And I'm sure he'll be looking to write out this one and see the best possible way to come back in this action. Abolaji. And to build up from the back. Look, I did see his game earlier against A Young. Abolaji. It wasn't bad at all, but there were stints in the game where he kind of lost concentration and it caused him too many problems. He cannot afford for it to go that way this time around. And in the game between Focus and A Young
takes the lead.
A Young starts out strongly. We did say that man immediately he starts that strong performance. It's difficult to kind of bring him down around it. And this is the Onile Eafc26 Championship started weeks ago among the communities here in the Lagos State government. And today in the grand finals, we got 8 players representing our communities. From 8, we are down to 4.
Oh, massive goal there by Ifena, making it 3. Wow. Turning things around, turning it across his head. Wow, Ayo will get 2. Ayo will get 2 in this one. What a goal that one was for both players. Ayo and Ifena, the guys who finished unbeaten, still maintaining that pressure, maintaining that focus going into this one.
What tells you that beating run in the group stage wasn't a fluke at all. They really are the top of the pile. They really are the cream of the crop when it comes to FC in their local state government. Mind you, the winner only gets the massive chunk of that 1 million prize pool here. You also get that massive qualification.
Ooh, 2-1.
Well, focus. I wasn't expecting this game to be easy at all for Ayoung and Focus. Finally, back in the mix.
2-1 right now. That is what we're currently looking at right now from these players. Both semifinals going crazy. I mean, this was absolutely the best way to watch this one. Oh, Abolaji says, hold on, talk about me a little. I'm not entirely out of this one as it is a 3-goal affair in that game between him and Ifena Abolaji. I did tell you guys, none of the guys in the semifinals are a pushover or a walkover. They earned the right to be here. So this doesn't surprise me at all.
I mean, they certainly earned the right to be here for the last couple of minutes. Ayoung has just been camped right on the end of the box of Focus. And finally, Focus able to win possession. Can he make good use of the counter? Look at the runnings that he's trying to go for. Mbappe's pass, unable to locate the target. And look at that game right there. And by 4-3, I mean, it was like every minute there's a goal coming in that game. 7-goal thriller already in our semi-final.
Man is going crazy.
Having some defending to do with potentially the last chance of the game, and he'll be able to get out of that danger as we head into halftime of the one with Ayoung leading by that slender lead. I mean, money. First half, then you can tell that's not going to be easy for anybody.
I'm telling you, for Ifena who is up by a goal, for Ayoung who is up by a goal, this game is not done and dusted. It's not over. We are just at halftime for some of the games happening right now. Ifena has done a bit of business, but Bolaji has told him 3 times that I have a response to every single thing he can post up to me.
There might be another response too.
It is a record, most likely.
Was he the last man there? That could be a massive risk that he's taking there. And I believe
it is a record to Saliba.
He's literally thrown a wrench into his chances now. Ifena, who was up by 4 goals to 3, I mean, money. Was that the right decision there?
I don't think so. As Ayoung will take a finesse. Are you straight?
Wow. This is absolutely incredible. It's going buckets everywhere. And over here, it seems like Focus wants something to this semi-final as well. Down the byline, we see a little bit of the directional move.
Oh!
He's focused all right.
My goodness.
He's not letting the semi-final get away from him anytime soon. It's a patient finish in the box. And well, but we might have a banger on our hands in both of them.
Absolutely, in both games. You're looking at Ifena, who has definitely put a wrench in his own title charge with that record to Saliba. And you look at Ayoung now, who will be looking to switch momentum back to his own side. 4-4. Bolaji taking advantage of that record as Focus will get another one. This time, for the very first time, he is leading in this one.
Wow, what a turn of events, mind you. Ayoung heading into that halftime was literally 4-3 up. That was Ayoung. Just like that, the game was absolutely turned on its head. I mean, if you're in penalties now, red card,
and now you're down level.
Are you fighting for something like penalties at this one? Because it's going to be difficult to break Abolaji down with just 10 men.
I mean, you just have to find one particular move to use and probably abuse a meta. If there's any meta that you know how to use very well, and if you can get the next goal, and then you can potentially see if you can ride that wave out. But definitely not the very best of times for that man. As Bolaji was doing very well without the record, and now you're doing an opportunity with a record, that would definitely put you in a bad spot. Here is focus. It does look like there's something happening this side of the pitch. 2-3, it still is.
I mean, if Focus gets the next goal, Ayon could be in a lot of trouble. A massive hot waters. He's got to find a way to balance this game out. He was the one controlling the tempo in the first half, but we speak about momentum in FC a lot. Semani and I, the fact that we've seen the game being played at top levels for so long, we know how much momentum can cause an effect in this game. And currently, momentum certainly in Focus is
Talking about momentum, that time was Abolaji who was looking forward to switching momentum fully in his sights. This time around, the cutback falls kindly for this man again. Wow, that cutbacks have been very, very useful to him. But he then not gets himself a goal. I guess he want to play with a record.
It's absolutely insane how things are panning out here. It's absolute pandemonium, and the craziness was kind of expected. It is the final for the Onile Eafc26 Championships. And for the first time, Focus has some breathing room elsewhere as well. Ifena, who's a man down, leading by a goal in that game. That's absolutely incredible. I mean, I like the approach with Focus now.
Yeah.
So patient with it. Not rushing the attack at all, making sure that he's baiting Ayon to come in over his forward.
We might potentially be looking at a replay of the last game of Group B as it stands. Of course, Ifena leading by 5-4, while Focus leading in this one by 4-2. Both players trying their best to make it all the way to the promised land, to be able to go home and share that money, that $1 million pool prize. While Ifena will be looking to make this 6. Can he get it? Goes for the roulette. I know he's going to try to pass.
That was a great use of the advanced roulette right there. But the decision, not the best. So look, credit to Ifena. The fact that 10 men on the virtual pitch and you're still brave enough to commit more bodies for it. It's absolutely incredible. Money on the left side of the screen. I don't remember the last time Ayon had the ball.
It is crazy. The ball management.
He's holding on to possession and massive props to him.
Ifena makes it 6. Makes it 6. Sly, he makes it 6 with a record.
What a performance that is. It's a performance that is certainly worthy of being a grand final set for you. With 5 minutes to go in this one, it seems like we'll have our first semi-finalist confirmed. Focus now with possession. He's an absolute beast. He's giving Ayon 80 things to sniff at. Bolaji able to get one back, but in this one, finally, Ayon able to get this one. It has to be perfect. He has to score from this one to try to mount a counter. What a tackle! Focus!
The experience this man displayed there, it is of the highest quality. Baiting you a little bit to make that run and then washing all out and getting the ball out of that danger zone. Yeah, he's focused. The La Cucuretta, can't remember the last time I saw it. And it comes with a finesse that makes it 5-2.
Oh, it's a performance to remember. He didn't have a smooth sailing in the groups. But in the semi-final, he's turning up and it's confirmed. Our first grand finalist of the day, Focus, will do it from the mainland. He will have a shot at the title. And we'll see him pretty soon. Elsewhere though, Ifena versus Bolaji going crazy. The man with this 10 men on the virtual pitch, trying to hold on to this slender lead. Absolutely crazy.
Wow. Insane stuff. Right there from Focus and this man. Focus booking his spot in the finals. Ayon will still have a chance to battle it out for the 3rd place, where they would go on to play whoever wins in this particular game between Ifena and Bolaji. Bolaji not yet out, just 1 goal. But there's still that 1-man advantage counting for him. If you can get a draw to take this one to extra time. What a move that would be! Oh my goodness, he goes in! Holy Moses! You can even see the shock on everyone's faces. Mike not painting himself in glory there. Oh, what is this?
Oh, FC can be cruel sometimes. Infena will feel like the game is against him because he will feel like he had done his bit. He had done his bit to defend that blocked it. How did Dembele get his feet onto that one?
I mean, that's my opinion for you. Sometimes in a 95 rated, it does feel like the low drivens that goes to the legs are always a problem for him. And this time around, Bolaji took the risk. He stepped up in this moment, and now he has gotten himself a huge 5 minutes left to play.
Whoa. The craziness continues. The madness continues. And it's absolutely insane watching them go head to head.
Conversations
Fena,
happening.
after going a man down, I think a lot of people lost hope. After him making it to the grand final, but then he led by 6 goals to 4. But now all of a sudden he gives the goal away, and we're back to
I don't know if you can say this one is him giving it or FC probably gave it up for him. Sometimes you have no plans to give the game away, but you know FC has other plans. And now we're looking at the Onile trophy, the Onile champion trophy. It is golden, it is beautiful, and it is meant for just one man, the man who stands tall across the entire community.
One of the men confirmed already focused with the outstanding performance against the York. He's waiting in the wings to see who he will eventually face. Will it be that rematch in the grand final, in the final game of Group B? Or will we see a new matchup? Apology with all of the momentum in the world, loses up to possession, and we will see Fena potentially launch the fast final attack. There's a way to do it. So well, there you have it.
Crazy stuff.
We're
7-6, but it's not over yet. We have something in extra time. Bolaji, he's done this before. He'll be looking to do it again, but Ifena, all of the bodies behind. He'll be holding out. Oh, he got this one. Oh, it is crazy. Oh, it is crazy. Oh, it is crazy. Wow. Wow.
Are you not entertained? The calm, the composure to make all of the right decisions, Apology. Think about my friend.
I have goosebumps all over me. When it mattered the most, that man was calm and cool under pressure. He told Ifena, whatever you could do, I could also do. And what a 90 minutes of SC we have on our hands. Ifena versus Bolaji. Take a bow, guys. 7-7. Craziness.
Insane. 19 game minutes couldn't separate them. We head on to extra time money. I did give a possibility of us heading to penalties.
Yeah, I mean,
but the circumstances with which it has come, I didn't expect it at all.
Listen, because at the moment where Ifena did lose that man by when the red card happened, we thought, okay, this is over. And then Bolaji equalized immediately. I guess did feel like it was over, but Ifena refused to die without a fight. And Bolaji also said, listen, as much as you're stubborn, I'm also stubborn too. Ifena and Bolaji has just given us potentially the game of the tournament. But don't forget, the final is still here. So if this one is what looks like the game of the tournament so far, Bolaji got back, decided to go with the red. My goodness, that should definitely be a finesse position.
I mean, after the fixture, I was expecting immediately the finesse to go down, but I guess you were looking for inch perfect finishing in that point. What a blockbuster of a semi-final game we've had, mind you. Ifena went to beating in Group B, Apology, with a mixed bag qualifying here to the semi-final, but he certainly proved to be a difficult opponent to come up against. But look, massive credit to Ifena playing with 10 men like this, not easy at all.
Absolutely. It doesn't even look like there's an man advantage for Bolaji at the moment. It looks like both players are poised on 11 men. As this might be offside. Oh, it's not offside. Where is that man?
The recovery absolutely crazy as we edge closer and closer to the end of first half of extra time.
Oh my goodness, listen, the whole entire arena right now, it is Lagos Game Week and we have over 1,000 or 2 game enthusiasts. But I tell you, all of the attention right now is on this game currently as we have a big stream showing it. And that tells you how crazy it has gotten. in the past 10 or so minutes?
Well, the craziness. We'll head into second half of extra time with everything still level. What a game this one has been. It has not disappointed at all.
Absolutely not.
And you almost feel like every single year Onile Eafc26 just has some juice to it, some craziness to it. Both players have been absolutely top tier level stuff. If you've not enjoyed this, then maybe you're not a big lover of SC like Manny and I.
Listen, I have absolutely enjoyed this one down to the core of me. I think this might just be one of my favorite games of all time.
I mean, if we're not conceding that last goal, I'm sure he'll be kicking himself with the defending. But credit to Apology, taking the game to Ifena, knowing that that was the last chance. But you've got to forget about it now. It is extra time, and you've got to put your best foot forward. I mean, Ifena with 10 men, he's still attacking like everything's still normal, and he's playing with 11 men. Massive credit to him. He's played some very decent FC. But mind you, it will be only one man who head on to the grand final to face Focus. Over the top, through ball, downside from Mbappe, the defense with the recovery.
Has to be careful now, just 10 minutes to go. The next goal most likely will be that one that will see you through. If we don't get another goal, we'll definitely be going into penalties. I don't want his penalties. It is an any man's game. It's 50-50 really. It's all about the man who is able to take, have the most luck, and is able to take the most chances he has. Everybody in the arena looking at the big screen because this has been an amazing blockbuster event. SC at his finest.
I don't know, I just have this feeling that we might not actually get a penalties. I just have a feeling that we might just be seeing a dagger in the works coming soon. And could this be from Ifena? 10 men will push up front. Maybe one more chance to create inroads over the top through ball. Maybe that not be the best option. And you give the ball up to Bolaji. I think if I'm a Bolaji, I'll play for last attack. I can't afford to concede yet another opportunity to Ifena.
I love this tackle. It is a record now, and both of them are level in terms of play. But this was the best thing to do because as soon as he lost that ball, it was problem land. Best thing to do for Apology in that moment, sacrifice a pawn for the ultimate dream, which is make your way to the final. At least get your way to penalties and watch what happens from there. Nowadays, I mean, records don't necessarily count as an advantage in penalties. So this is potentially crazy. I mean, wow. I don't have any words to say at the moment.
Yeah, the script. I mean, it's showing that it's ebbed and flowed in this tournament. We've absolutely enjoyed every single minute of it. Ifena though still believing. He is still believing.
Oh,
Well, that's it.
crazy stuff.
It's getting done all right. The no play for basically the whole of the game will be in the grand final. And will there be enough time for Bolaji to move one more attack?
Oh, what a game, though. What a crazy one, though. What a crazy one, though. Incredible. 15-goal thriller. My goodness.
I just had an inkling that there was a last chance to still separate both of these guys. And credit to Ifena. He's stuck in their money. Look at the grand final. It's a rematch of the final game in Group B.
Yeah, I mean, Focus was the one who was on the losing end that time around. He might be the one looking to say, you know what, might be my time for revenge. Best time to have a revenge is now. For Ifena, it's a better time to even dominate even. Especially after this game. Looking at how Ifena did it in this one, it has definitely given him all of the momentum, all of the drive, and it will be an incredible scene in the final. I can't wait for that one to happen. And I feel like I need some time to cool off. So we'll come back from the break. We are giving you the finals of the Onile Grand Finale between Ifena and Focus.
Out of more than hundreds of players battling it out for a grand final spot. We have it all set for the final two to go down to participate for that one prize. To make
It's like take inspiration from you. Ifena go all the way unbeaten. But then how does that make sense? Yeah.
you
All right.
know, he doesn't know what I did to you, so we will probably have to.
I said it doesn't count.
This guy. But if
All
we
right.
focus on the grand final to come, Ifena who has put in a massive performance after going a man down against Apology, you have a chance to do it yet again to beat Focus in that grand final. I think this one is about to be hot.
I mean, I think it will be such a full circle moment for him because he's gone from relatively unknown to being mentioned, whispered. And now, if he does win all of this one, everybody will have him on the top because he will definitely book his ticket straight to the Pro Leagues where he will be competing with the likes of Adi Oladen, the likes of Amit them, the likes of Grimes. That's if Grimes come back next year. But that's just how it is. We are going straight into the finals. Real Madrid team is the team that has been used by Focus in that great kit. While Ifena is sticking to that white kit, don't count Focus out also. He's one of those guys who knows how to get it.
So the manner in which you beat Ayoung has even gained more respect from the fans. Because Ayoung won every single game, not just unbeaten. He won all 3 games in the group, so he was looking like a guy who was unbeatable. But that man, showed that he was good enough to take him down. The fan are looking to start strong, but the corner, the execution really not there at this moment.
Well, that is how we are shaping up right now. My goodness, Ifena benefiting from an uncharacteristic 4 pass there from Focus. Not so focused way to get himself into problems and trouble. But this time around, we can breathe a huge sigh of relief and survive all of that onslaught.
This is the Onile Eafc26 Championship Grand Finals, of course, brought to you by the one and only Game Evolution Esports. Should be scoring from that opportunity, the precision shooting. That's not being used to effect on that possession.
Any day, any time, when that man gets into such positions, you know he's going to. That wasn't taken by the team. Now it's all about what is happening in the future. It is currently points at a very decent 0-0 for both of the players to open this in.
I think first goal in the final is very important.
Very key.
With all the names and everybody watching, you want to calm things down a bit. And I think Focus so far in these first 30 minutes has looked the more dangerous of the two, but unfortunately losing possession.
For me, Ifena's press have been very, very impressive. Focus has had 1 or 2 clear chances, but Ifena has knocked on the door a couple of times. I think I will pay more homage to Focus defending this time around, and that's one of the only reasons why they currently isn't down already by 1 or 2. 17 minutes in the clock. This is the type of final where you don't expect more than 2 or 3 goals, but if it all turn around in the final, this is not the first time we've seen both players play out a game that was tightly contested in the first half and then turn it around in style in the second half.
Certainly, 20 game minutes gone in the final. It's been a cagey one. There's been one clear-cut chance, I would say, from Focus, and it tells you both of them tightly contesting this one again. There goes Focus again. This time with Mbappe, takes his time and makes the best decision, and he draws first blood in our grand finale. Impressive start from the man who lost that final game in Group B. He is certainly here for revenge.
Absolutely. What a sweet one it will definitely be for this man if he's able to get himself back into the action. Also looking at the game between Ayoung and Bolaji. This is also a very similar repeat of a game in that one that happened in Group A. But this time around, it looks like it is the guys who conceded in their group stages that are getting their leg back. Ayoung currently down by 2 goals against Bolaji. But you did see how Bolaji, I think it was 4-1 in the group stage. We're going to find that one out very, very soon. But on both sides, it looks like both guys are getting their revenge in both seconds of the game. Ayoung sees, Focus sees that space. He sees the goalkeeper move, and he was able to take the chance to make it 2-0. Very similar scoreline on both sides.
Milan's Focus on red hot form after beating Ayoung 5 goals to 2. Look, sometimes we always beg the question, what type of position would you like to be in? Ifena, who just finished playing, his hands are hot, Focus was had time to calm down a little bit. But the good thing is, he also had an opportunity to watch how Ifena played Ifena as well. So this time, he kind of knows what he's expecting. And I believe he's done his homework pretty well. In his first 30 game minutes, he has caused a massive ruckus. And yeah, but one thing we know about Ifena, he has that never say die attitude. Remember his game against Abolaji?
Yeah.
Never gave up. And look at him go again.
Oh wow! This time around, the goalkeeper stepping up Courtois. You know, whenever it's Courtois and he has that ball, it is gonna be that man looking to frustrate you a little bit. He hasn't played so bad in this third place match against Bolaji, just that he hasn't found a way beyond the goalkeeper's outstretched arms so far. So he has to step up because it is running away from him against the man he did beat in the group stage. Oh, this might be problematic for Ifena if he goes in. What a crazy event if we get to see both games and a 2-0 going into halftime. I definitely think that's taking that one first.
Well, exactly. I think if Fena, the precision with which he was attacking in previous games just hasn't had maybe the nerves of the final getting to him a bit, but he needs to create better opportunities. I think some of the passes just being rushed on that side, as in that or that game.
Wow.
Bolaji completely running away with it against Young. And he's looking poised to finish third place in this Onile Eafc26 Championship. Mind you, the top 4 guys are fighting for that chunk of the 1 million naira prize pool. There goes Focus again. There was a penalty.
Oh, wow. That is crazy. Right on the cups.
To certainly give him a strong chance in the final. Focus from the Yano score. 3-0 up in the final. In the first half, he couldn't have been in a better place, man.
Wow. I tell you, definitely not the way I envisioned this final. Oh, especially with how the semi-final went for both players. This is not what I envisioned. But listen, if you can score 3 in the first half, your opponent potentially can score 3 in the second half.
But man, I think it's Focus that's playing. We saw what he did to Ayon when he was out by 2. The type of game management, the way he held on to the ball. I think we might be seeing another version of that in the second half to come.
I mean, you also noticed, we did mention that it did feel like Ifena wasn't so pristine in his attack. He wasn't taking some chances, taking some risk. I mean, he might throw everything he has at the kitchen sink, and that would potentially give us something to talk about if he's able to do that one. I think that's where the difference currently is right now for these guys.
We are 14 game minutes away from crowning 2026's Onile Eafc26 champion. Last year it was Baloke who went through the hurdle and qualified as champion into the National E-Soccer Pro League. Who will join him as this year's winner?
Oh, Ifena can't turn it around. This time around, the skill was not enough to give him what he needs in terms of space. But Focus, like you rightly fully mentioned, when it's time, advance roulette again and again. Focus.
You might feel like the game is even against him at that point because the number of chances he misses elsewhere, Bolaji completely tearing apart his opponent and putting on a masterclass in that game. Look, credit to Focus, but Ifena, at least one of these chances has to go in.
I mean, you just feel like at this point in time, the final was the last semi-final between Ifena and Bolaji, because this one has been a walkover event for this man, and the way he has conducted himself, both attacking-wise and defensively. Focus, the man who has finally announced himself after years of trying. He now has announced himself on the grandest stage of all. That man making it fall. Very similar scoreline on both sides of the screen, as you can see right now. But for the very first time, Ayon has something to say in that game. Maybe a little bit too late. 4-1 it currently is.
Well, that's how you approach a final, maybe. Even a 5-star performance coming from him, the effort being blocked, but full credit goes to Focus. And how from minute 1, he's looked like the dominant player. He's made the right choices. He's not panicked under the pressure. And he's fully deserved this 4-0 lead. The Onile Eafc26 Championship, organized every single year as the main first step towards the National E-Soccer League, brought to you by Game Evolution Esports, in partnership with the Bet Niger Foundation, partnership with the Lagos State Government, KD Sports, Game Pride, Esports Africa News, Goodway Gaming. They're all coming together to make this one happen. But what a run from Focus, all the way from the mainland, playing through the qualifiers, playing through hundreds of players.
I mean, the goalkeeper for Bolaji today has decided this is the moment. I'm going to take something from him, because there have been chances from Ayon consistently. Chances on a normal day would definitely be going into the post. But Mike Maynard has said, nope, not today. Come again another day.
or just about 15 minutes to go in our grand final in this one. As if Fena just can't get a sniff at this point, and look, Focus, you might be lost in how great offensively he is and how meticulous he is in the build-up as well as elsewhere. It seems like maybe Ayo might be mounting a comeback as we head closer to 20 minutes in that game, but in the grand final, it's just Focus playing some FC that you would enjoy every single time you watch.
Talk about playing a game with some crazy football. Ayo might turn things up. And that's 4-2. If the next goal goes in for him, then maybe we might see the miracle of the Lagos Games Week.
Well, it's been a spectacle here at the Lagos Games Week, and I believe every single one of us have enjoyed ourselves, from the panel discussions to the showpieces that we've seen to, of course, Onile Eafc26 Championship that we've seen, as well as we come to an incredible climax. It was an impressive tournament through and through. Mind you, featured hundreds over weeks ago across 8 local communities, getting their representatives here for today. And after the group stages, the final 2 heading against each other was Fena and Focus. And mind you, Focus, who did lose his game against Fena in the final group game in Group B, has his revenge, and he has it in the sweetest way possible. I don't think any revenge has ever tasted this sweet.
None has tasted this
better. The guy who beat you in the grand final of all games.
And none will feel this expensive. You know, you take your revenge and you get paid for it. Because with this win, you definitely is going to be taking home a large chunk of that $1 million pool prize, as the goalkeeper will step up once more to ensure a clean sheet in this final for that man right there.
Impressive from Focus. He's only minutes away from doing this. He's put in a stellar performance, and he has certainly gone through the hurdle through hundreds of people registering for the Onile Eafc26 Championship. It will come from the mainland. Focus. He is your 2026 Onile Eafc26 champion.
Yes, the grand finals champion, the one who has booked his spot in the Pro League. So, listen, ladies and gentlemen, get familiar with that face. You'll be seeing it a lot on your screens next season in the Pro Leagues. Every single person who's watching, who's going to be competing in that particular competition, should definitely be well aware. This man has finally announced himself on the grandest of all stages.
Well, the celebrations can indeed begin.
We just got an update, a very massive one, even that this is going to be a home and away tournament. And that definitely changes things. We thought that this was the end of it, but we've been told that for the finals, it is going to be home and away. And now, all of a sudden, things are beginning to change. Fena has the chance to sort of make a comeback, make a statement, find something. Well, also, this man himself has the chance to come back into this one.
And there goes the Fena again. I mean, losing the first game for you with another shot at it should give you a chance, a whole 90 minutes to basically reset and regroup. But for Focus, he couldn't have done himself any better. Like, the perfect way to start that first leg up by 4. Very, very important for him. But conceding early, maybe my second doubts early on, but knowing Focus said how well he plays this game, he would not be faced. But
definitely, I think this is one thing that happens when you're second guessing yourself, because you're trying to make everything very pristine and perfect. And that was one of those moments. Any day, anytime with Brahim Diaz, he would try to attempt that finesse from that, but it didn't go in this time around, and he has the opportunity to sort of recreate and reset. But this time around, it is just a corner for that man. Oh, power shots. We don't get to see that often from way out. Yeah, it's Fena now.
So I believe the aggregate of the goals are going to be pretty important now. On the full aggregate, 4 goals to 1 in favor of Focus. Well, I've held on to possession pretty well. I'm expecting that to begin from him, where to hold on to the ball, try best to frustrate the opponent in the Fena. Focus through Kamavinga this time around. So maybe just on the end of that box. Yes, holding on to it, and trying to find the perfect pass possible, but unfortunately loses out on that possession. And on the break, this could be a fair opportunity to maybe get a second goal in this game. What a skill move that is, and the penny is in. And just like that, after being down by 4, he gets 2 goals in the first 25 minutes.
My goodness, talk about ensuring that you reduce that aggregate and make it in your favor. Focus has to be very careful. We did think at some point that he was done and dusted and he was the new champion, but listen, that's what happens when things change. You have to change quickly. You have to find a way to evolve. With Fenna, it looks like he is the one who has found a way to evolve. He has found a way to make necessary impact in this one. 28 minutes and 2 goals already. Focus on the next goal to be his.
He desperately needs it to be his. And look, being out by 4, sometimes he can get complacent a bit. And I think that first goal that Fenna scored in the first 5 minutes, maybe it did catch Focus off guard a little bit, but you need to turn back and look in for this one, or else you could get away from him really quickly.
Well, still on. Focus is not out of this one. Pushes the ball with Mbappe. Oh, now he has a chance. Goes for that low driven effort. Should that be the best? Oh, here's the pen now. But Carreras stepping up for Focus there.
Just approaching the last 10 minutes of second leg of the grand finale. Great pass from Focus. He can score this one. And now he gets his breathing room back. Now he can calm down a bit with all of the pressure mounting from Ifena. And just like that, it's back to a 3-goal lead on aggregate front. But look at how quickly Ifena gets the ball into an attacking position. He's absolutely crazy with it.
That one was so slow.
I think it's because he was using Tommy in that position.
And that was a straight shot, potentially. He could have taken that negative aggregate down a little bit. But then now it's all about ifs and whatnot. But then the saying is still on. Rabiot stepped out of sight a little bit. And he is penalized for that one. Ifena looking to end the first half with potentially 2-goal difference. Because if he scores 2, he's got that aggregate to 2, but it doesn't work that way. That is what Focus is sending. Right now we are on 5-2. 3-goal difference still.
And I mean, kudos to Focus for basically staying in that first half, because it was critical with Ifena getting those 2 quick goals. It was critical for him to try his best to stay in the game and not let it get away from him too much, or else there could have been problems with how things were going. But then it comes Focus again. I mean, if he can get back a 4-goal lead, I think that would be perfect.
Yeah, that would. Should have been going for the finesse there. He didn't. And now he has himself to blame right there. I like the way he started the second half. Very intentional. Feels like he's stepped up at the pace a little bit in this one. Ooh, so close there to losing the ball to Ifena. That would be such an anticlimactic way of... Oh, Mike Maynard, I told you there's something in the air right now for that man.
Focus deciding to play it short, and I think it's all part of the technique to maybe run down the clock a bit, but unfortunately
the opponent doesn't have the ball.
Losing possession of that ball. We're approaching final stages of this one. Mind you, Focus still has a 3-goal lead intact in the grand finale. If you just joined us on the broadcast, he won that first game by 4-0. Currently 6-3 on aggregate.
Yep. As it stands, it is looking very bleak for Ifena.
Ifena, again, I mean, he's been in this situation multiple times where once he's in the box, finding that pass that will split open that defense kind of has been the problem. Just that final pass to create problems for Focus, and he's just not had it so far.
You know what? I'm expecting him to turn on team press, but I'm not seeing that happen because, I mean, you're down by 4. You have just 90 minutes to go. I'm expecting you to throw everything you have at the kitchen sink, especially in the second half. But potentially, he's just trying to ensure, while chasing the rabbit, he doesn't go down the rabbit hole. But for me, I think that's the only thing that is left for him in terms of strategy.
I mean,
Just
exactly,
about 25
you've
minutes
got
left.
nothing to lose now. Exactly, you've got to throw everything in the kitchen sink. That's it. Focus though. Right now, he's doing what he does best. Hold on to possession, frustrate your opponent, make sure that you don't get that opportunity.
And
that's what happens when you frustrate your opponent. You spin it around and make sure that he chases after it. You create a great opportunity, and just like that, the 4-goal lead is intact.
Absolutely insane stuff we are seeing right here. 4-goal lead back. That man, as it stands, Ifena will potentially just be looking to get a win out of this one.
Just look at the demeanor on his face. Clearly shows that a man who knows what is at stake in the prize.
Yeah, I mean, we did, after all of the conversation we had earlier, before we found out that it's going to be a home and away type of competition, we were wondering if he was going to be able to maintain that concentration, that composure, and he has responded in full force.
I mean, what a way to get that revenge as well. Be beating in the final group game where he didn't even secure top spots, by the way. He had to settle for second. Went up against Ayon, who was literally perfect in the groups, but says, you know what, the groups is way different from the knockout stages, and he has proved to be the man with the minus touch.
Wow. We're about 14 in-game minutes from a landmark celebration. The man who will finally announce himself as king of the grassroots. If he's able to get this one over the line, it does look like it would require a miracle of some sorts.
It's massive that we get to see a guy like Focus in the National Soccer Pro League. I think his talent and his level of composure, the fact that he plays with such professionalism as well, it will be fun to see him go up against some of the very top players out there. I guess so. That's for like to walk into the building. That's a man who might be going up against Focus.
I mean, the level of, I would say, the level of people, legends I've seen walk into this place. People like me. I walked in. People like Adefola Baji.
Legend in casting, we can give to you, but
no. In FC, I told you, don't count me out.
Money has not proved it anywhere, so we don't know yet. Oh, Focus!
Oh, thank you for coming. Goodbye. Good night. We'll see you soon. That is the story on the day. Focus versus his opponent Ifena across 2 legs. It has been that man who had the ultimate focus. The hat's gone through, and he makes it very, very beautiful.
Beating him in both legs as well, basically the icing on the cake. And to show what an impressive performance it has been. It just wasn't meant to be for the man from Oshodi Ifena, but the man from the mainland Focus, he's been absolutely brilliant right from minute 1 in the grand finale. There was only one man in it. There was only one man going to lift that trophy, and it is going to be Focus from the mainland, who will be your 2026 Onile Esports champion.
Wow. The man who came so conquered above all, above everyone, after over